Rosemary, and then all the this is gonna actually what's gonna flavor the actual gravy.
Yes, looks so good, my friend.
Everything behind, so I joined over.
Oh, look, he's on.
Hi, Mrs. Espitia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, sweetheart.
Danielle over there getting down.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Happy Thanksgiving, Miss Nell. Yeah, look at you.
Yeah, look at you, girl.
Danielle, she'll feed us.
Yeah, she'll feed us.
And I'm only feeding 3 people. That's the sad part.
That's not sad. You're giving them a gourmet meal.
So
You're being traditional.
Yes. I do Thanksgiving, the usual suspects for Thanksgiving. I just put a little twist on it. That's it. So this is and then this is going to go on top of the turkey.
That looks
He's
so good.
He's going to have a little blanket he cooks in. And then, let's see. Oh, I'll put it back the other way. I'm not doing anything exciting at this moment.
It's all exciting.
I feel more comfortable being, like, showing what I'm doing and cooking.
Because we're your best friends, girl. You're like, okay, they're here. We're like, we're safe. Let's start. Aw.
Okay.
I see you, girl. Okay, so what are you gonna do next, Danielle? Tell us your steps.
Okay, so this is it. I took my turkey out of the brine. I brined it for 2 days, in a mixture of all different stuff: clove, cinnamon stick, rosemary, star anise, and brown sugar, salt, and water. Put it in a bag, and then just let him sit in his, that's what I was saying yesterday on the live, was I was letting my turkey sit in his bathtub because he's going to sit in the cooler for 2 days.
He's marinating. I love it.
But you want to make sure that you keep your temperature below 40. You know, you want to put ice packs on it and stuff. You want to make sure that turkey stays at a safe
temperature. So can I ask?
That's all I'm doing right now. And then I'll take and lift the skin up from the turkey and put a bundle of different herbs underneath each breast and butter, and then give him a little suntan oil, and then put his little blanket on him.
You're so cute. You're like giving him like little characteristics, like with his little oil, and we're gonna his little blanket. Then you're gonna eat him. Aww.
I know. I spent so much time on it and everything, but you know, when I take him out of the oven and take his blanket off, he's just like so beautiful. I don't want to take the knife to him.
Aww.
You made friends with him.
I know.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
I can feed him tan in the oven for 4 hours.
Dang, girl. Can I ask you, Danielle, like what created your love to cook for Thanksgiving? Because I hear it that you're on fire, like all the herbs and spices, and you get excited for it. What sparked that excitement for you?
I grew up with my father. Thanksgiving was a big part. He loved to do Thanksgiving dinners. And so that was kind of, I wanted to keep the whole thing going in that aspect. I've changed some stuff that I've done. The only thing I really have kept original is the way he makes his stuffing. I dry out my bread. I cut it all up. I buy different loaves of bread, sourdough, seeded bread.
Okay, Google.
English muffin,
Stop.
Wheat, and cut it up into squares. I dry it out. And then yesterday I made my stuffing before we went on Zoom. And that's pretty much the only thing I kind of keep to what he did. That was his favorite part of it. Your
dad and your mom are still alive, right?
No, my father passed. Actually, he passed on the 24th of November. It was a couple days before Thanksgiving, so it was kind of...
Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
It was 22 years ago.
22 years ago.
Yeah. So, and my mom's still alive. You guys know that because.
Oh, that's good. That makes me happy. Yeah, because you're all like in it and with it. I'm like, oh, there must be an underlining reason that you get so, excited for Thanksgiving, because I hear it in your voice.
It's the one day I do like to get up and cook. I do a lot of more complicated meals. Like I said, I do the traditional stuff, but I kind of put a twist on it. And I do love cooking. That's kind of, I'm a self-taught cook. I didn't go to school or anything, but Food Network was my friend back in the day. So I kind of learned from all the oldies that used to be on there. So, and then I kind of went from there. I mean, when it's probably the same thing with you and makeup, you kind of see a vision and you can see the output of it and what you want it to be like. So then you get together all of your stuff and then you see it. And when you see it come together, it's such a great feeling.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh yeah, and Mr. Stewart's a good cook too, huh? Yeah. Never mind. You don't have to answer. Just kidding.
He's perfected the top ramen situation.
Okay.
I'll put it that way.
Okay, you're so cute. Okay.
I mean, if there's a way the top ramen can be made, he's done it, and he's probably has many, many more recipes up his sleeve. He comes up with some that it's like, and me, I ate so much top ramen back in the day that I don't really eat that much of it. But he loves Spam. He loves top ramen.
Okay.
Those are kind of his go-to things when I don't cook.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't get used to, I don't cook like this every day. If I did, I would weigh a lot.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, he's easy with the top ramens and the Spam. He's easy. Like, okay, you're easy. So that's good.
He's such a simple person when it comes to everything. I mean, his clothes. I always tease him because when we first met, he was living with his not his ex-girlfriend, but she's a female friend. And he had 7 shirts. I always joked around with him. You have like 7 pairs of pants, 7 shirts, and 2 pairs of shoes. And so that's kind of a joke. And now since he met me, it's changed.
Yeah.
He's got more shoes than me, I think.
He was a routine kind of guy. He knew what he liked and the same of everything, and that's it.
He's very simple, very, very simple. And I kind of see that when you talk about Birdman.
Yeah.
How him just being simple, classic, no frills, nothing.
Yeah, he's a simpleton.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Stewart.
Mr. Stewart.
I know. Oh,
So, well, right now I'm adding.
You're muted.
I'm cutting up some red onion and a head of garlic. I took and cut in half. I'm going to also add that to the pan and some green onion.
Ooh. Girl, you better ship some of that delicious food over here. Sounds so good.
No, I might have a bunch of people knocking on my door next year.
Yeah. Mrs. Espitia is on. She's getting her gorgeous skincare going, huh, girl?
Yes, I'm getting ready.
Oh, look at
back here. She's barking because she wants attention.
Oh, your dog? Oh, there she is. Okay.
So that's why.
Oh, okay.
She just came in from outside, so she's like, Mom, 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 Mom.
Aww.
10 minutes left.
And how are you feeling today, Mrs. Espitia?
Good. I'm feeling good. I'm ready. I'm ready.
You are.
I'm excited for the day. After the movie, we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
Yes, that's good, girl. Like, you're looking forward to it.
Those are like looking forward to it. They ask about it. They,
Yeah. Aw. That's good. I'm excited for book club, girl.
Me too. Especially because I was like doing all the photocopying and stuff, the
Yeah.
scanning.
Uh-huh.
So I was able to see like the chapter names and stuff, and it's like, whoa.
Some heavy stuff, huh?
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited though. I'm excited. I feel like it's gonna bring out like a lot of breakthroughs, and we're gonna get closer in our friendship. I feel because we're gonna just lean on each other, like you know. Yeah. So
and I hope that everybody that joins like really takes part.
I know. I know.
Right.
I think they will. I think if it's anything like because we already participate in Bible study, so we kind of already know each other, so it's not going to be a little like awkwardy like amongst us, so I think that's cool. And just being able to like read together and putting like no excuses, like there's no excuse, like just come on in, take a seat, and we're going to just go over it together and have it be like a safe space again for whoever wants to speak or whoever doesn't want to speak. And for the newer ones, eventually later on, once they start feeling more comfortable, if they want to, we can start making friendships that way too, So I'm excited.
Because it's going to be definitely a personal thing.
Yeah.
The stuff's going to be opened up. I mean, some people might, they'll be afraid at first.
Yeah, and I know that some of the girls had mentioned like, oh, like I'm gonna sit this one out, y'all. Like I'm not ready to open that, open those gates or whatever, and which is fine. Everyone has a different rhythm or a different wave length, and whenever it's their time to catch that wave, it'll be their time. But yeah, I'm excited.
I'm thinking if I'm thinking right, I think we're only gonna be able to do like one chapter a session.
Yeah.
To really be able to allow everybody to feel it,
Yes. We have a comment here in the chat from a bestie boo. Her name is Leanne. And Kira, I appreciate you. She's on the comments writing back to everybody. Kira, I do appreciate you, girl. But Leanne, so this next week coming forward, the first day of our book club will be December 2nd. It's a Monday. And it's in the evening time. And there's a link on the link tree. It says Bestie Boo Book Club that we'll be getting in. And it's going to be much like this. So right now, I have some of the best friends right here on Zoom. Just like we're doing right now, we're going to do it again. And just being able to read together and spend some time together. Hey, Resha. So thanks for asking, Kira. Thanks for holding it down, girl. Kira's holding it down in the comments over here on the TikToks.
Yeah, because I'm slacking.
I mean, girl, what you mean, girl? You're cooking. You're feeding your family, shoot. You're preparing for next year when all of us are at your door. Danielle!
Yeah. The Bestie Boo Bus.
Yeah, the Bestie Boo Bus. Beep, beep, we're here.
I'm down.
Shoot, girl. Don't be surprised, Danielle. You don't live too far away, girl.
I know, 6 hours.
I know. That's
You're
so cool.
32 for me, or 24.
24. And you're in... Where?
I'm in Northern California.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's right. You're in California.
My mom's mom out of the family is from El Paso.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your mom's mom. So your great grandma?
My grandma.
Your grandma. Your mom's mom, your grandma. So do you ever come to El Paso?
I've been there twice in my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's...
you pick a company showing up on your door.
I know, right? I'm all like, Mrs. Bestie, yeah, we have to get together, girl.
I would love to be more, like, we're not really close to that family, and I don't know. I wish that my mom would have taken advantage of taking us to Mexico and getting to know the family and in El Paso. Our family in El Paso are really, like, weird.
They're weird? Why?
They're not very hospitable, like...
5 minutes.
Oh, no way. They're like sangrones or what?
I don't know. I've only met them once. Like met them. My great grandpa passed away.
Yeah.
We went down there. He had a store right next to his house, so he was a really well known man out there.
Oh, okay.
So that was the first time, and I was like, I like 10, 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we stayed like in a hotel. We had tons of family.
Oh, that's weird. You're
but
like,
So 2 years ago, and it was a horrible experience. Horrible.
Oh no, I'm glad that you didn't have a very good experience. That makes me upset that they weren't very nice to you guys.
No, it was horrible. My daughter ended up getting hit in the face by one of my cousin's sons.
Oh my gosh.
It was scary. It was scary. Our first and last time ever. The only time I'll ever go back to like family out there is probably when my grandpa passes away. Sad. But I will never go back out there. But so anyway, so we were supposed to stay there for 2 weeks. And we ended up leaving early and catching the bus back to Juarez and staying in El Paso the last 3 nights till we caught our plane from El Paso back home.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. That makes me upset that they treated you guys so horribly.
That's terrible. My daughter's like, oh, never. I don't even know if she'd go when my grandpa passes, sadly.
Aw. Well, I mean, maybe everyone was under like the pressure of...
I just think they look at us, like we have money because we come from America, like, and that's what I'm down to. Like, they just were trying to take advantage, and like, we all went down there to throw my grandpa's 90th birthday, so we came on a budget, ready for the party, of course, but like on that budget, As women, it was my mom, me, my daughters, my cousin, her daughter, and my uncle that's mentally disabled. So it was like literally us women.
And so you came to El Paso to see your grandpa, right? You said your grandpa?
No, we went to Mexico to see my grandpa.
Oh, Mexico. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. And they were not very nice to you. They were not nice.
No. So then we ended up coming back early. We stayed in El Paso. But like, you reach out to the family in El Paso and they're like, oh, you're here? Okay. We didn't spend time with any of them. They didn't invite us over, nothing.
No hospitality.
Yeah.
So, that's terrible.
Yeah.
But
it just...
It's a beautiful place, for sure.
Yeah, it probably just sounds that, like, you guys aren't very close. And they probably are, like, awkward. Like, awkward. Because you guys aren't very close, so they don't know how to act or whatever,
Yeah, my mom and my uncle went down last year, April, I think it was, because one of the uncles passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, my mom grew up kind of with them because they would go out there all the time when she was younger, so that she knows them, they know her. But her and my uncle still stayed at a hotel and kind of did their own thing.
Well, I mean, there's always a reason. Maybe you got saved from some drama or some arguments within the family. Like, you at least are in your hotel room, like, oh, thank goodness,
Yeah, you avoided something that might have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice though. When my grandpa passed away, my great grandpa passed away, we went for his funeral. I still remember like so many people that were there. The whole chapel was full of people that had speakers outside because there were so many people outside.
You only have 1 minute left.
And in El Paso, there's nothing. So like from the church, when we follow the hearse to the church, to look out from the church and you could see the long line of cars from it was so cool. I thought it was like the coolest thing to see how many people loved him and cared about him.
Yeah, like showed up for him. That's what's up.
And he lived out here for like a year because he was, sick. So my grandma brought him out here to take care of him. So we all the family out here in California got to know him for that year. He lived here before he passed.
Oh, at least you got to spend some time with him.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat, they had made a comment like maybe that they weren't hospitable because they didn't have the funds. That's what somebody said. Like maybe they weren't hospitable because they couldn't host or have the funds to host.
More than and I mean for us when we go places we're like hey well we provide, you know what I mean, like we know that a lot of them don't.
Time's up. Time to go.
Uh-oh.
But yeah.
So would you ever consider like coming and just kind of showing face like, hey, us 20 years later, or no?
To Mexico?
Yeah, to Mexico or to your family.
There's another part of the family that lives like closer to where my grandpa's at, and they were really nice, really loving, really welcoming. So I'm really glad that we got to experience that before we went to where we actually stayed.
Yeah. Do you speak Spanish, Mrs. Espitia?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay. I know Danielle's learning.
I know. Like,
I think you can put it on the translate thing because I just like seeing you laugh about it.
Oh. Oh, I thought you were really learning. I was like, dang, girl, she's really learning.
No, I actually know. I know, I can understand and talk a little, but Navajo is very hard. So that one is tricky.
That
that'd
one,
be nice.
yeah. That does sound tricky.
But no, don't get excited. I'm not anything.
That's funny. Yeah, so today's Thanksgiving, ladies. Thanksgiving. Time to put your shields on. Sharpen your swords for the day. Yep. And whatever the day brings, we can handle it. Let me ask you a question. Do you girls have any New Year's resolutions for 2025?
What? Oh, I'm going to see if I can put you on my laptop.
Okay.
And then it would be better for me.
Okay.
So I'm just going to flip over here. Oh, this is so fun.
Luna Lizzie says that she has some plans for 2025.
Ooh.
Navajo is the hardest language to learn. Terry Tusso. Terry put on the comments, Navajo is the hardest language to learn. Fun fact. I live in El Paso and I'm Native American. Terry! Hi, thanks for being with us.
That's cool.
Hey, Brady, I have a question for you. Do you know the Our Father prayer in Spanish?
Not by
I do.
memory.
I do some of it.
You do? Mrs. Espitia. And okay, it's because Elena was asking. She's like, I need to ask if somebody knows how to do the Our Father prayer in Spanish. Elena.
Yeah. I don't know it like exactly word by word, but I do know how to translate it.
Yeah?
It's called Padre Nuestro.
Padre Nuestro.
Yeah. Brady, can I see you for a minute? Because I'm about
Babes.
to leave.
Oh, going to the bathroom.
Okay, my bird's about to leave, so he wants to see me for a minute. So I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah.
Brady, we did your morning prayer.
We can see you.
We see you.
Sorry, guys, running around. Hope everyone have a happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Thanks, God bless. I gotta run. Come on, Brady.
Okay.
We can see the smooches. I don't know if I have already. I have a couple ideas for New Year's resolution. I just want to continue in this frame of life. Just happy and good things and Miss Vanica.
Yes.
And God, of course, God number one for sure. I want to continue in this, putting my full person in learning about God.
You and I are about learning the same way because your story too, about how you would just open up the Bible, read something, and that was about it. Well, you had mentioned that, and I kind of the same way. So we're on this learning journey together.
We got this. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I did find a new church fully, and I love it. I love it.
Sent a link to one of them about the church last week or the week before that you went to, and I actually listened to the whole thing. It was really good.
Last week they did mention the story that we read yesterday.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I can't remember word for word, but yeah, he mentioned about Jesus bringing Lazarus back to life and believing in his faith and knowing that through him anything is possible, and we just have to put in our work in.
Right. Yeah, you have to. We have to put our work in, and we're all learning together, which is great.
Because he's doing it. He's been there. It's just we haven't seen it because we're not paying attention to it,
Exactly. Yeah, you don't notice things until you actually pay attention, and then you start noticing, not only with a journey with God, but other things too.
Yeah. Definitely. Start us. Who's the driving force out there in the world?
Yes.
Okay, like you. Bye.
You guys are so,
What?
you guys are so cute, like high school.
Oh, thanks.
My husband, I like you.
Like you.
Like you. Yeah, because one thing to like a person and then you love them. Like, I love you. Like you.
Like you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, happy Thanksgiving. What a great day it is, girls.
Yes.
It's a great day. Don't have to work. You know, it's going to
What are
see.
your
Work.
What?
What are your New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolutions. Whew. Okay. So for sure, I want to be more involved in my finances. You know, it's one thing to get paid and spend it, but I want to be more, like, I guess, conscious about where every dollar is going. More conscious.
Well, that's so stressful.
It's stressful, but I feel like if I know how to, if I learn how to maneuver my finances a little bit better, then my, you know, it can pay off in the long run. You know, once I'm already 60, 70, I have some money put away or saved or whatever, since I'm young now and I'm saving, trying to save. So for sure I want to get into that. For sure I want to finally get married, because we've been engaged for 3 years and we haven't gotten married yet. And that's why I got upset, or like I started crying yesterday, because I would like tell my birdie, like, if we're not married by 10 years, I'm leaving you. Like, I'm breaking up with you. I'm leaving you.
Oh, Simone.
What?
Come on.
I know. Well, that was just like dumb me, or not understanding that there's a bigger picture. Huh?
Putting the pressure on him.
Yes. Yes. Well, girl, just imagine like 10 years and nothing, 11 years, nothing, 12 years, nothing. He finally asked me at 13. No, at 11 years. I think he asked me at 11 years. But yeah, I was getting like discouraged. And
it was God's plan, girl.
Yeah, it was God's plan, and I didn't understand it at the time. I was just like, if you don't marry me, I'm dumping your ass. You know what I mean? I'm not getting any younger. And
I was 17 years and never got engaged or anything, and that's how I met Stuart.
Yes, you see, it was on God's plan, because it wasn't working out with the previous one, you know?
Right.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Mrs.?
He's like a person that doesn't do anything until he's like 100% sure, has everything in place, and knows it's gonna work. Like,
yes.
He doesn't want to fail, so he's like, everything needs to be good, and then we'll get there.
Yes, you
seems very much like that.
You're a good reader of personalities, Mrs. Espitia, because that is Bird. Mm-hmm.
He's very planned and organized.
He just wants to be sure, like Mrs. Espitia said. Like, I want to be sure, you know?
And I only want to get married once. That's it. And
me too.
Yeah, I don't want to get married and divorced and married and divorced, and no. And if it wasn't right, I guess I would never have gotten married.
Mm-hmm.
My husband asked me to get married to him, or he proposed, and I didn't answer him until 2 years later.
Oh, you serious? So can we talk about your love story, Mrs. Espitia? Can you talk about your love story, girl?
We sure can. I mean, so I met my husband in 2015, and he was incarcerated. I met him online.
Okay.
And when I met him online, I had my youngest daughter. I met her dad when he was incarcerated for my brother-in-law. So I had already that experience, and it wasn't a good experience because when he came home, obviously we didn't work out. But I got my baby out of him, so whatever. Uh-huh. But anywho, so I had told myself after that experience I would never go that route again. It wasn't intended for me to go that route. It just so happened, but I said I would never do that again.
Mm-hmm.
So when I met my husband, mind you, I told him the story. I told him about me and, what I had been through and stuff. And he played it off like he wasn't in prison. He sent me pictures of his niece laying on the couch, and we laugh to this day about his niece. Sent me a picture of his niece laying on the couch. Oh, I'm babysitting my niece. I'm, cleaning the house. I'm doing all
He lied. Oh, my goodness.
He lied. And little by little, he started, sending pictures of himself, And unfortunately had a cell phone at that time, so we were able to talk. So I didn't think anything of it, you know. He started sending me pictures, and I'm realizing this background. I'm like, hey.
Like that wall is a little too white, or that wall's a little bit.
I think one picture he sent me, and it had like writing on the wall, like in black spray paint, you know, and it was just like you could only see a little piece of it, because they have like warnings everywhere in the prison. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, are you in prison? It took him a minute to respond, and he called me. He's like, well, yeah.
Poor thing. You can only imagine him like trying to get a good background. Like, okay, where does it not look like prison around here? You know.
So I was like, oh no. Like at that point we were still kind of friends or whatever. And then I was just like, you know, I already told you, like I haven't been through this, but I really liked his personality. I really liked, you know, his demeanor. And so I was like, we could be friends. We'll see how it goes, you know?
Yeah.
That boy did not give up. He did not give up. And so he had told me initially that he only had 2 years left.
Mm-hmm.
This is a long, drawn out story. So
how many years ago was this?
2015.
Okay, 2015. Okay, go on.
So it'll be 10 years. It'll be 10 years next year.
Uh-huh.
And we met in April of 2015. We finally got together, like, officially, I guess, on my grandma's birthday, May 19th of 2015. And then we just kind of like, seeing how it goes. I always told him since day one, I don't promise you a lifetime, I promise you today.
Okay.
Today we're good. Today we're, you know, I've always told him that, even after we got married, like, whatever the case may be, because he was still in prison when we got married.
Yeah.
So anyway, we met in May, and then he told me he had 2 years left. And the end of 2015, he had a parole hearing. And I started to help him prepare for that.
Yeah.
In helping him prepare for that, I was able to learn more about his case and learn more about his sentence and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
He was sentenced to 27 years to life.
Oh, sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so even then, I knew that we were doing everything. He went to parole in December of 2015, and it was denied.
No.
He got denied. And at that point, it really sunk in that, like, you're a lifer.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, he had already met my kids. He had already met my girls, because that's a whole nother dilemma. But, so I was like, I went off on him. I was like, why would you sink me into this? Why would you?
Yeah. Like he's giving you high hopes.
Yeah. Why would you even allow me to let you meet my kid? Like, you already knew my story. Like, why would you push me into this, you know?
Yeah.
And he's not around, but I'll tell you anyways. He cried like I've never heard a man cry before, and promised me to just do what he needs to do. Like, just allow me the time to show you who I am, and allow me the time. Like, you know, again, I understand that you're not gonna promise me to be here forever, but just allow me to show you day by day who I am, you know?
Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Espitia. Let me pause. Can I pause for a second? That makes me feel like your love is just so like a spiritual connection that you guys got to experience and go through every day, like a very close spiritual, the hearing of the voices, the way in which you guys are speaking to each other, the sweet nothings, that's what I'm feeling, like the vibe is what I'm feeling.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because he's not a very open, communicative person. Like, he doesn't really open up about his feelings.
Okay.
So that's kind of been our our biggest.
Oh, is he right there? Oh my goodness! Apologies.
That's kind of been our biggest. I guess I don't want to say a downfall, but like
it's like an argument or like a discussion.
A
discussion.
Really open up about his feelings. His biggest trauma is growing up with parents that always argued and always fought. So he does not.
He doesn't like it, and not only that, but also like whenever you open up, sometimes you're leaving yourself open for someone to throw it back in your face later. You know.
Yeah. So we continued on. Learned more about his case. Got more in depth with his case. He got your first denial was a 5 year. First denial was a 5-year denial. So we had 5 years to prepare for the next one. And at that point, he was like, you know, ready to do whatever he needed to do to come home because now he had a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So
like be on his best behavior.
Yeah, be on his best behavior, involve himself in classes and do whatever, whatever he felt he needed to do to bring that time sooner. He had the opportunity to ask for them to bring his hearing sooner, but he lied to me and didn't.
And then, okay, keep going.
He knew he wasn't ready, yes. So we went throughout. He proposed to me in what year was it? 17? Because we got married in 2019. I think it was January 14th, 2017.
So he asked you over the phone? He's like, hey, girl.
No.
Okay, tell me.
It was 2018. Yeah, no, I went to visit him, and we were in visit. I don't remember what we were talking about. And it was like a very intimate conversation. And he just got on one knee, literally in the, and he's, they really can't do any of that. It was kind of surprising because when we went to go visit him, it was kind of like the movie.
Yeah. When
I went to go visit him, they would always watch him. They would always make sure, like, we were in the front, under the cameras, like, really on us. It was funny because we would mess with the COs because we realized anytime, because there's, like, a little outside patio, you could go out and walk around.
Yeah.
And they let everybody out, and the COs usually stay inside on the podium where they could kind of see outside, but they don't really go outside. But every time we went outside, so did the CO, the correctional officer.
Oh, that's because you guys are so in love. That you guys are so in love. Like, oh, they're going to go smooch or do something.
I don't know. Yeah. So then we noticed that. So on purpose, we'd go out there just to make him get up and
oh.
Just to watch him get up and come sit out there. And then we're like, oh, okay, we'll go back inside.
Like following you around. Like, let's have him follow us.
Yeah. So, yeah, he proposed and he just got on one knee and I couldn't even tell you what he said. Like, it was so, like, I was in shock.
Did you cry? Were you, like, just crying?
We both cried. Aww. Yeah. And he, just his word, because he's not good with words like that. And just his words and everything he said was, like, everything he knew I needed to hear, Everything that I needed to hear in the sense of my girls and, my insecurities and the insecurity in our relationship and the, it was just, like, perfect.
It was a well thought out proposal that he took a lot of time, I guess.
The thing is he didn't think about it. It was just an opportunity, and it just happened, and it just came out.
Was he nervous? Like, was his voice shaking and like?
Did you know you were gonna propose that day, babe? He didn't know he was gonna propose, so he had nothing planned.
Dang! So it was a straight, very surprised.
For both of us, I think it just God's way of letting it happen. Because literally, like, he got on his knees, like, he started crying, like, I was able to, like, hug him and stuff, and, like, we were there, we had our little moment, and none of the COs came and stopped us, nobody said anything. Like, it was just God watching us and protecting us in that moment to let us have what we needed, but I didn't respond until, like, 2 years later.
Everything was great, the God was there, and the cards were aligned, but I didn't respond.
I am I only want to be married once.
Yeah.
And, like, I've been a single mom for so many years, and, like, I didn't have my dad growing up. My girls didn't have their dad growing up. So men for us is just very untrusting, So I was like, do I really want to do this? Do I really, like, and especially not knowing when and if he'll ever come home,
Yeah. Yeah.
To make that commitment to somebody and to live that life forever. Like, I had to commit myself. If I'm going to do this, this is a forever lifestyle. Like,
you took a leap. You took a leap of faith completely. A huge leap of faith.
Yeah.
Yeah. She looks at him. Yeah. Oh, he's right there. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So, how's your experience? How's your experience been now that he's out? Because how did that happen, girl? Because he was supposed to be
2019, and my dad passed in 2018, and I think that's when I made the decision. Like, my dad's gone. Like, I need to. My dad's biggest thing for me was always, like, you need to get married. You need to, I want you to find somebody that loves you. And I've never, obviously, haven't made the best choice in men. Because he knew both my daughter's dads and didn't really care for them. So like my dad knew of him because he would call. Like my dad would take me to work in the morning, and I'd be on call with my husband. So he kind of knew of him. He didn't like the fact that he was incarcerated, of course, but he knew of him, but never got to talk to him or meet him, unfortunately.
Okay.
So we got married in 2019. His parents went. My mom, unfortunately, wasn't able to go. My cousin went. My comadre went. And it was so perfect. It was so perfect. So my girls went. He had his dad walk me out because we got to go outside to the patio area to get married outside because it's during visit. It's during visit when they do the ceremony for weddings.
Oh, wow.
So we got to go outside. So he had his dad walk me outside, and then he had rings for my daughters. So he had a little speech for them, gave them their rings. Yeah, and he gave me mine, and yeah, it was nice. The what is he? Chaplain? No, what is he? The chaplain, the guy that got us married. His biggest words were "happy wife, happy life." So I tell him that all the time. Remember what he said?
You're so cute because you're like looking at your husband, like, right? Yeah.
So it was really pretty. It was really nice, and then we all got to sit there and visit with him the entire time and stuff. So then he was set to go back to the parole board in 2020, but COVID, so he went in 2021. No, he went in 2020, the end of 2020. So we were preparing. I was doing a lot of research. I did a lot of networking. I went to a lot of parole preparation meetings and stuff like that they had out here. People that were out here that would do that and prepare you.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Like that really interests me. I wish I should have gone into that field, but I think I'm too passionate about it that my emotions would be in it too much. But anywho, learned a lot, helped him prepare a lot. I ended up finding a man that had gotten out of prison maybe 5 years prior, but he was doing he was a paralegal.
Oh.
So he would talk to them and help them prepare, because he had went to like over 8 parole hearings in his time before he got released. So he was really prepped for that. So he helped my husband write all his documents in the way that the parole board would want to hear it and stuff like that. He went to parole in December of 2020, was granted parole, but because he was a lifer, the governor has 120 days to reverse their decision.
Oh, wow.
So the governor has to review, or his people review the case and decide whether or not they're going to stick to what the parole board has granted, or that he can reverse it.
Okay.
Mind you, this was during COVID. I actually have, I don't know if you can still get it on my, I think it's on my Instagram. It's a link to the news article they wrote, and I had talked to them about him being, they're in prison during COVID, and the rate of deaths in prison due to COVID, the sicknesses. And I'm like, he's granted parole. He's, by the state of California, have been granted, release, and he's still in there waiting,
Yeah.
So I think it was like the 100th day, 90th day, and we finally they called him into the office, because a lot of the correctional officers in there we kind of got friends with, and the guy calls him in. He's like, hey, I need to talk to you. Could you come to the office? And my husband's like, sure. And the guy's like, hey, I'm going to have to write you up. And he's like, what do you mean? And he knew, you can't get any write-ups.
Yeah. So he was scaring him. He was.
Yeah. He calls him in, tell him to write you up because, you've been going to breakfast early. And he would usually go to breakfast early because he worked as, because one of his job that he was doing, if they needed him, he'd have to go. So he'd be able to go to the earlier breakfast. And so he knew he was doing that. But he's like, you're playing with me or whatever. And he's like, no, I'm just kidding. You're going home Thursday. He's
nice.
he didn't believe him, I don't think. I don't think he believed him. My husband was like, whatever, And yeah, when I got the call, that day of his parole hearing,
Wow.
he was in, babe, I think his parole hearing was like 7 hours.
Oh, snap.
I might be wrong. How long was your parole hearing, the second one? Like 5 or 6 hours, no? 5, 6, 7 hours?
Dang.
So he went in, like, I think your point was like an 8? But you went in at 8.
Dang, girl.
Yeah, so I'm at work waiting to hear back. And the last time he went to parole, the first time when he got denied, I didn't hear from him all day.
You're like waiting. Hello? Like, what's the outcome? I'm waiting.
But because, so the first time because he got denied, he was so distraught that he held himself in a holding tank to let himself kind of get himself together. So like he didn't respond to, like he didn't reach bases with me till like later on to tell me what was going on, and of course he was really down about it. So this time I'm like scared, thinking like, is he going through all those emotions alone again? Like, what is going on? Like, what is the answer? And I got off of work at 4:30, and he called me, and as I was walking across the street, told me like I wanted to like fall to my knees. I was just like, oh my god, like
So now all the preparations of receiving him finally home.
Yeah. So this December, and he didn't come home till March.
Let me get these wet. Okay, hold on, don't go anywhere.
I don't know my. Shut me up. Our alarm's been going off since 4:30 this morning. I forgot to turn off my alarms this morning, and had every alarm going off every half an hour. I'm so frustrated.
Did you see how huge Danielle's turkey is? Did you see it right now when she was basting it and doing the thing?
Yeah.
Girl, Danielle's turkey was like up to here, like from the table.
Thanksgiving for like the next month.
I know.
That I just wrapped it in its cheesecloth. I put butter and herbs underneath the skin.
Yeah, I saw.
I put his blanket on him, and now he's in the oven for 30 minutes.
Good.
I've heard of that technique, but I've never seen it. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's awesome. It really when you take it off, the skin is so perfectly brown. Nothing's burnt.
Oh wow.
Great concept.
Yeah.
Try that
Martha Stewart. That's Martha Stewart.
The Martha Stewart method. Martha Stewart method.
Martha Stewart method.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to see me fill the sweet potato bowl, I can do that.
Sweet potato bowl?
I can continue with your story.
Yeah, continue your story, Mrs. Espitia.
So my birthday's March 31st. He got released March 26th. And we found out that Thursday, but that weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we had planned a family trip to Reno with all the nobody. We didn't want no one to know that he was coming home because he wanted to surprise all his family. But at the same time, because he's on parole when he comes home, we didn't know how that all was going to work. We didn't find out till that day. He had to be back he had to go to a transitional housing. He had to stay in the transitional housing for 6 months.
Oh,
so he had to report to them by 4:00. Mind you, where he was located was 4 hours away from me. So I told the parole officer, like, you do realize it's a 4-hour drive. They released them, we have to be there to pick them up by a certain time, which I think was like by 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. 6 a.m. But they don't release them till like 8 or 9 a.m. So
you're waiting?
We have to be there to check in to let them know that there's somebody there to pick them up, or else they put them on the bus.
Yeah.
But then we got to sit there and wait, I don't know if you guys have seen, I have the video of him coming home on my TikTok.
Aww.
Yeah, and me and the girls are sitting there. We're like, oh, we're going to be here forever. The girls are like, I got to pee. And I was like, there's nowhere to pee. And if we leave, we're going
to miss him. That's it,
So he came out probably like an hour and a half after we got there. and we drove home. We went to
Aw.
IHOP.
So how did he
And-
feel? Like being like out and like all this anticipation and excitement and tell me what the feelings were.
He was very like, I was more anxious than him.
Huh.
I feel like he was ready for it. Like, if you didn't know him and know that he had been in prison all those years, you would never know.
Uh-huh.
Maybe more now that we've gotten to know he's been home 3 years now. I could see the little things now. But when he first came home, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. He doesn't hold himself like that. He doesn't carry himself like that. He doesn't talk like that. Like,
Okay.
and so when we got home, mind you, he hadn't told his mom. He hadn't told his siblings. Nobody.
You didn't? Okay.
No, he didn't want them to know because he knew they would all want to try to be up there to pick him up and stuff, you know. And
Yeah,
his
he
mom,
wanted
the
it
last
to be
time
calm.
The last time I took his mom to go visit him, she fell and hurt herself. The drive was just too much for her.
Yeah.
And I had told him the last time we went, mind you, it was right before COVID, that I'm not going to take her. Like, I can't. I don't want to put her through. That's a 4-hour drive there,
Yeah.
4-hour drive back. It's a lot on her body, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, I never wanted to take that opportunity from them, for them to see him walk out of those gates. You know, that's more meaningful to his parents than me, you know.
Right.
But this is what he wanted. He always talked about going home and surprising them, just walking in the house like as if, hey, I'm home, you know.
Yeah, finally after all this whole time. That's nice.
So we were probably about an hour out, and we knew he had to be in Woodland by 4:00. And his parents live in Sacramento, so it's like a 30-minute difference to where he had to report to where his parents and everybody were at.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up, I had him FaceTime his sister. And of course it's coming up my name because it's from my phone. So she answers it, and she's like, what? How are you calling me?
How are you in the jail? Yeah.
How are you calling me from Oliga's phone? He's like, well, I'm out. And she's like, what? And we have it on video, but I didn't, like, when you screen record, you have to, like, press the unmute button.
Oh.
And I didn't know that.
Oh.
So you see her reaction, but you don't get to hear her words.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, she was on her way to Woodland, which is where he had to report to.
Uh-huh.
And she was just getting there.
Oh.
And we were telling him that we wanted her to go to the house with his parents, or, you know, because we're going to go try to get everybody over there so he could go say hi real quick, because he only had, like, literally, I think it was, like, maybe going to be, like, 30 minutes of time
Before he had to report. Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't know how that was going to work. We thought, from what we knew, that he was going to at least be kind of, like, on a lockdown for at least 30 days, we thought.
Yeah.
So she was like, well, there's no way I could have you go surprise my mom and us not be there, because his mom has seizures and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of medical problems. So she's like, there's no way, I have to go. So she literally got off the freeway, got back on, and then made it to his mom.
She's scared. I'm going over. Yeah.
So we stopped at Michael Madre's, because Michael Madre and her daughter had made him a whole bunch of snacks, little goodies and stuff. And so we stopped there, kind of giving them a little more time to get everything together. And we pulled up to his mom's house, and everybody was there. They didn't know why they were there. His mom's in a wheelchair. Because her legs are not strong enough. I mean, she could stand up and stuff, but they weren't strong.
Yeah, she's already elder.
When he walked up, she just screamed and stood up, and his dad was, like, in the corner, and his dad, like, looked away and was talking to one of his brothers or something, and he turns around again. He's like, oh.
Is that really you? Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was nice. But then we left there, and he didn't get to meet my mom or nothing yet, because he had, you know, to go to check in. We got there to check in, and, you know, we met everybody, and the lady was like, well, let's hurry up and get this done with, so you guys can take off. I'm sure you guys have things you want to do. We both looked at each other like, what?
Okay. Yeah.
And they were like, you know, let her do her interview or whatever. And she's like, yeah, you know, just we need you to check in before we close, but he's more than free to go out, and he has to be back. I think it was by like 10.
Oh, so you guys had like a free day. Like, okay, check in. Okay, we're leaving. Okay.
So we left there, and I, you know, texted his sisters and everybody, let them know, like, he can come back if you guys want to do something. So they ended up getting together, like, a carne asada and stuff.
That's so nice.
We stopped at my mom's. He got to meet my mom. And then, yeah. And we were over there with, like, at his mom's, and, like, a lot of the family. I knew, like, his immediate family, like, his siblings, his mom, his aunt. But there was a lot of cousins that I hadn't met and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of them started coming. I was getting overwhelmed. So I keep checking on him, like, are you okay?
Are you
like,
good? Are you
You know,
good?
like, no, he's fine. I'm over here
You're
all anxious.
like, all these people I'm meeting, like, hi, hello, hi.
Yeah, and he was fine. I'm like, okay, you know. And so he was on that program, and that program is like, 15 minutes away from me. So he was able to, all he had to do was literally go in at night, sleep there, and then he could come out in the morning.
Oh, so you guys hung out, I bet, like every day, every day.
Yeah, I
Hey,
would go pick him
babe.
up. And I think I took the first week off. He was home. Was it a week? 2 weeks maybe?
I'm going through that, sweetheart. Go ahead.
So what would you do for the
and
first
handle
week?
business. Get his driver's license, get his ID, like everything.
Oh, that's good.
It was nice.
That is nice. One of the besties said that this sounds like that one show. I guess there's a show called Love After Lockup or Love.
After,
Yeah.
They contacted me to be on the show.
You're lying. Are you serious?
No, because he didn't have an actual date. Yeah, because he didn't have an actual date of when he was going to come home, because we had to wait 120 days, right?
Yeah,
Because he didn't have an actual date, they couldn't do it.
Oh, okay. Would you have been on the show? Yes.
Because when I watch those shows, the reality of it is not that. I mean, obviously there is stories like that that come on those shows, but that's not the majority of the relationships in there, Like, I've met a lot of people on that journey that, I still talk to now, and it's not what those shows put out,
Oh, okay.
Yes, is that a thing? Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
But not majority of it.
So can I ask how he had a phone inside the prison? He's like a she's giving him.
Would you like to explain?
She's giving him eyes like. Okay.
He probably did some trading.
Yeah, some trading. Oh, okay.
I'll say it's an internal thing.
It's a keister. I'm just kidding.
It's an internal thing.
Okay.
And toward the end of his time, they got tablets. Now they all have tablets.
Yeah,
they can call and they can email. So we would do a lot of emailing. There's a lot of different programs. Like there's the Postmark one. So you sign up with them and they'll send you can put pictures on there. It's like a postmark, a postcard. Sorry, postcard. And they would send them the postcard with a picture and a little writing on it. So it was really easy to communicate in that sense. Once he got the tablet, which was what year did you guys get tablets?
These are my sweet potatoes.
No.
They look good. They look good.
No, he had a tablet before we got married.
Yeah, no, I remember when I used to work at the court and I would have to do jail court or what have you, or I would pick up the money from all the people who got bailed out the day before. They would have like these like camera things that you can do like calls, like camera. And I was like, oh, that's advanced. Like I've never seen that before. So it was getting advanced.
Yeah. Because during COVID, they had like the FaceTime Zoom calls.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
For visits. Yeah.
There's a viewer. Her name is Z, and she put, "Thank you, Mrs. Espitia, for sharing this beautiful love story." Oh, how nice! I know.
I love the story. It's been challenging since he's been home. A lot of us getting used to having a man in the house. Us getting used to it's always just being us girls. We walk around here in our 20s and bra, and my girls, too. And I'm like, okay, that's a man. So it's like, wait a minute, I have to close my door. Or, I have, things
a little bit more
that.
privacy.
Yeah. And then, I was told something from a girl that said he went to prison when he was 14 and a half.
Your husband?
Yeah.
You don't have to go into it. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then
home, his family has always visited the gravesite of the young boy, have always left him flowers, have always done all of that. So when he came home, that was one of his first things he wanted to do, was go give his thanks and show his love, we've always gone until I want to say a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, the boy's brother passed away. So the family was more frequently around the area, so he doesn't try to invade in their time.
Yeah.
But the boy is very real close to a lot of his family.
Oh, wow.
So anytime we go visit his family at the cemetery, we do stop and leave, flowers for the boy too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, but you had mentioned that this happened when he was really young, a young teen, huh?
Yeah, so the lady said, you have to take into consideration, he went into prison when he was 14, 15, let's say 15. And he's been home for 3 years, so mentally he's only 18.
That's what the lady had said? The parole lady or the halfway house lady?
A friend, because I expressed, like the frustration of dealing with, there's a lot of things that he doesn't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of growing he has to do. He's never lived life out here as an adult, let alone as a husband, as a father, So it's a lot of learning for him. And the lady was like, well, just take into consideration, he went in at 15. Prison stunts your growth. So he's been home for 3 years. He's like 18. I was like, you know what? It does feel like I'm dealing with an 18-year-old sometimes.
Oh, but you know what though? Like, honestly, knowing that your husband was in there at a very young age, he lived, he had to be tough. He had to grow up very fast. And that right there, like it's making me, it's allowing me to have a new appreciation for your husband. I don't know who he is, but it's allowing me to understand a little bit more about him, that he had to kind of grow up and be a little warrior in there to take care of himself.
Yeah, yeah, and he went in 95. In 95, the prison system was a lot tougher than it is now. So in 95, he went into prison. No, he went in 97 because, he was after his trial and everything. So it was a 2-year trial. So he was 17 when he went to prison. And at that time, being his age and his sentence as a lifer, you're thrown away. Any programs that would come up, they're like, oh, you're a lifer. The priority is given to those that are going home sooner, that have the ability to go home and need to, stay up to date with society outdoors. So that held him back a lot, on top of, having to put this persona of, and that's what I dislike about the justice system. You have these young kids that are out there in gangs getting into trouble, and then you stick them in the world's biggest gang and ask them to rehabilitate.
That's tough.
Like, how do you expect that? And it's funny because they contradict themselves, because when it comes to the parole hearing, they ask you, well, why did it take so many years for you to start programming? Why did it take so many years for you to start going to school? Why did it take so many years for you to get your act together? Well, you put me in here with a messed up mentality into a bigger messed up situation.
Area.
What did you expect me to do?
Yeah.
And you can't say that, because then you're putting blame on them.
Yes. Oh my goodness, what a tough situation. But your husband's a strong man and you're a strong woman, and just being you guys together, and I see how happy you are together, and the bright, the bright light that you are, because he helps you obviously to become the woman that you are. So you guys are amazing. I love you both.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's an everyday struggle. We get through it. I don't. Some days I'm like, okay, I'm over this. But some days I'm like, I've never had this, so let me keep working on this.
Yeah, let me keep trying. Oh, that's nice. Your family. Mrs. Espitia, I appreciate you being vulnerable and just sharing a little bit more about yourself, because you had mentioned to me that you had gotten married in prison, but I was like, I wonder, I'm curious about their love story.
It's a story, and he promised me that we'd get married by church one day. But he was raised Catholic, and he went to Catholic school growing up. I was raised Catholic as well, but I find myself more intrigued or more a part of, or wanting to be a part of, the Christian church.
Okay.
So to say that we'll ever get married by church, I don't know. I mean, it depends on him, and if he stays. I mean, I always believe in the Catholic faith, because that's where I grew up. But
I mean, just keep your options open. Never say never.
But me, myself, have never done any of my sacraments, so I do want to do those.
Oh, okay.
I've been baptized, and that's it.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
That is a goal that I want to do.
Is that your 2025 goal, or you don't know?
It might be, but like I said, I found a church here locally by me, kind of, and it's a Christian church. But I really I love the worship of a Christian church. I love the sermons and how they speak the word, they make it more understandable. Whereas my experience with Catholic churches has been, it's just the Bible, you know, they read the Bible, you do this, you do that, and you go home, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the Christian churches pull you in and engage you more.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to be in a place where I feel welcome, that I feel like I'm getting something out of it, and I am understanding. At the end of the day, all I care to know is or care to do is build a relationship with God and understand Him and be able to read the Bible and understand what I'm reading.
Yeah.
And that's the environment I want, you know, like I said, I'll never leave my Catholic faith because that's all I've ever known. And there's a lot of parts of the Catholic religion that I really love. My daughter, as we all know, just had her quinceañera. She did all her sacraments, had her quinceañera. She did it all. She did her baptism. She did her 3 años. She did all her sacraments. Got her, did her quinceañera. So she's gone through all the things. So
yeah.
My oldest didn't. She wanted to when she was younger, but we were so all over the place that I never took the time to make sure she went and did it.
There's still time. If they want to, they will, and they can, obviously. And when they do, especially when they're older, they'll have a new appreciation, you know?
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yay.
I don't know if I'll put it as a goal for 2025. I want to find my feet in faith and on my journey, and then make the decision whether or not I want to be baptized Christian or in the Christian church, or just continue with my sacraments in the Catholic church.
Okay.
We'll see how the year goes.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is just to be closer to God and learn more, like I've been yearning for so many years.
Oh, so we have a lot of commenters are mentioning that they have a loved one that's been incarcerated for a lot of years. One individual put that her son has been in there for 17 years. We have another person, their son, for 37 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's tough. It's tough stuff. I don't know if you have any consejos or what would you tell?
All I gotta say is be there. I mean, it's so sad to see how many people are incarcerated that don't have family.
Oh my gosh, I know.
That don't get visits. I mean, it's not all about being financially able to take care of themselves, because I will tell you at the end of the day, they take care of themselves in there. But they need the support. They need to know. If you ever want your loved one to come home, the board needs to know that they have support out here.
Okay.
And that they are in contact with people out here that, are relating to them what's going on out here. So they
You gave me the chills. You gave me the chills just saying that.
Yeah, it's a heart. My heart is in that field for sure. But I'm too emotionally about it, too emotional about it, because it's hard. The justice system contradicts themselves so much. It's like, do this, but don't do that, but we want you to do this. Like, it's so hard. But as a family member, just stay involved. There's so many resources and programs out here that help families, help them inside.
Yeah, like when you had mentioned about the programs for parole programs for families that are outside to kind of get knowledge and stuff, I had no idea. Like those are the things that someone would have to do real research to know. Because somebody I don't want to say an ignorant person, but a person que no sabe, like a grandma try to take her son out or thinking about those things. You don't think about that stuff. An older person would probably have known that.
Can you go ask Josie for my schooling, please? Yeah, because even with his family, I don't know, wake her up though. Even with his family, trying to pull him in and get involved with his parole process. They didn't understand it. And again, they went through all those years with him. His family has always, in any prison that he was at, because he went to multiple prisons in his time being incarcerated, they'd always follow, when his mom and dad were able to drive and do that, they always followed wherever he was at.
Mm-hmm.
They always went to visit him. And then once his sisters got older, they would take the parents to go see them, to see him and stuff. So they were always a good part of his life,
Mm-hmm.
But trying to explain to them the parole process and his growth and what they're looking for, it was so hard for them to understand.
It's confusing. It is confusing. Like, what? You know?
And there's been so many laws that, like, he would fall under, but then ultimately he wouldn't, you know? So
yeah. And not
they didn't
only
wanna
that, Mrs. Espitia, but also the treatment that, like, the officers or the people that handle, like, the people, they're rude. Like, in the times when I would call in to pay my dad's commissary or whatever, they're rude. They're
Yeah.
mean to you. And I'm like, asshole, like, why are you being such a jerk? Like, you know?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
And working there, because I worked in the prisons for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their mentality. They're very, like, you against us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we're not in prison.
Yes, like, I'm not the one.
I'm just here visiting. Be nice to me. But they are. You'll get some that are really, really nice. Like, we had, you know, a couple of COs, like I said, that we got to know and were really friendly with us. Towards the end of his sentence, you know, and really, you know, when he got paroled, there were so many people that would come up to him and congratulate him, like, you know, correctional officers, captains.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, good job, congratulations, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They were really shocked to see him going home. So that was always nice for him to hear, you know, go out of his area and people were talking about him, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, though my only advice would be just if you want your loved one to come home, be involved. Be involved. If you get in that community, there's so many people, especially after COVID and all the people that came out during COVID, they started to go live and tell their stories and, you know, advocate for the people inside. A lot of people from San Quentin, like, telling their stories and giving their advice. It was crazy. It was so crazy to see and be a part of that, and listening to
their stories,
the reality of what it is, you know,
Yeah.
and people being able to speak out, because for so many years you can't. There's nothing. Nobody wants to listen to you.
Aww.
You know, you're a ex-felon. You came out of prison. You're
Yeah.
parolee. Nobody cares about you. Nobody wants to hear from you. Social media has given them
An outlet.
an outlet for sure, and people started listening. People started to, like, really,
Yeah, because they're intrigued. They're curious. Like, what did he go through? What is it like? You know?
yeah. Even the board that makes, like, the rules and stuff. I forgot what they're called. The commissioner.
The commission. Yeah.
Their hearings are live.
Yeah.
Community members can go in and be a part of those decisions that are made behind those walls. You know,
Yep.
like, yes, those are your tax dollars, and yes, there's some people that do deserve to be there. But at the end of the day, they're all eventually going to come home. Prison wasn't made to be a forever home. Prison was made to make you pay the consequences of your actions. But eventually, you know what I mean? Like God says, I forgive you. So
Yeah, but they make it hard. The whole system, you know, not understanding, not having legal representation, you know, people who don't have anybody, you know what I mean? It's hard. It's all those factors that kind of play into, do I want to get out? Do I have something to look forward to once I'm out? You know, so. Yeah.
And if you don't have that support, that's why so many people go back, because they come out and they're homeless and they just, you know, there is a lot of stuff out there for parolees, but if you don't ask, they don't tell you. Like, I didn't know until just recently, like, they can give them, like, a whole apartment and refurnish the whole apartment, like.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
And if that's not something you come home asking for and demanding, you know, they don't offer it to you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, by the way, like, we have this and this and this and this available to you.
Yeah.
Like, for my husband, for his ID and all that stuff, they're supposed to get all that for them.
Oh, wow.
Their social security card, you know, like, they're supposed to have all that available and, you know, help them through that. They just pretty much, yeah, we have an application, you can take it. I'm like,
yeah,
and they're supposed to pay for all that.
It's crazy. Like, in the times that I've done research about prisons, I learned that most of the private prisons are private prisons. They're privately owned. I also learned that they are corrupt in a sense where they, you know, they have individuals doing manual labor, like working, and they pay them like cents or $2 an hour. And it's not fair. It's not okay.
But do you know the state still collects that?
Yes.
That's how they make their money.
Oh, bastards.
My husband worked in the medical field. He was like a janitorial for the medical field.
Mm-hmm.
And he got paid like $1 something. I think it was like $1 something an hour. But that position with the state is what? Like an $18 an hour job?
Exactly.
So the state is getting paid $18 an hour and giving my husband $1 an hour, you know?
Bastards. Yeah. I'm not getting all mad. Bastards.
It's very, very, very...
It's messed up, but...
infuriating to see how it's ran for real.
So let me ask you...
And it goes... Go ahead.
Oh, no. Tell me.
Like people that, are against, or, they deserve to be in prison, this and this and that, but then they complain our tax dollars are paying for this and that. Like, if you really do your research, your tax dollars are really not, like, the prison funds itself. They make money off of these inmates to house them. They make money off of everything these guys do for them. They have an entire factory here in Sacramento that makes the license plates for all of California.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. And they're paying them cents.
Yes, cents. And they're charging us an arm and a leg for that freaking license plate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's crazy. I know.
They make all the cabinets for, like, state agencies. Mm-hmm. They make all the cabinets, all the cubicles. They do all that, and...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, since your husband was in there for a while, I imagine, like, did he get into faith, or did he, like, join, like, Bible study groups, or what's... Can I ask, like, if he's really devout?
I think he was more before he went, in a sense, because, like I said, he was raised Catholic. He went to Catholic school. He was a little altar boy. But in there, because he was raised Catholic, in there, the Catholic religion isn't as brought into the prisons. It's more like that Christian based.
Oh, okay.
So he knows the Bible obviously more than me. So I tell him, like, share these things with me, like, talk to me about them. But it's been so hard to pull it out of him. He has some work to do.
Okay.
But no, he didn't really go that route per se. But he did. He went to church. He prayed. He definitely believes in God and believes in prayer.
Yeah, it was just something that he would do outside, before when he was younger. So
when he was younger, they were so involved that, like, the priest out here knew them by name,
Oh.
And then to go in there and it's not so family-like as he was raised in, He didn't find his place, I think, and I think he just needs to find a church that gives him that.
Yeah.
That welcoming feeling or whatnot.
Understood.
And, he did a lot of self-help programs. He did a lot of, he did that program, which used to be called, like, Scare Straight, where the kids come in and they scare them or whatever.
Yeah.
And they had banned that because it was traumatizing kids. They just reworded it, and it was more of like kind of like a talk therapy where the kids would come in and they would sit together and share their stories. As, he was able to tell them, like, this is what I did at your age. Like, I see what you're doing. Like, let me show you what it does. This is where I'm at because of wanting to be like you,
Yeah, but some of these kids, they need to be scared straight. They need to be,
More so now with this gentle parenting.
Gosh, I know. When I was a kid, I did something wrong. My mom spanked me.
Yeah, I got the belt. I got whoopings. Yeah, I got the leather belt whoopings on my butt.
And now it's like you can't even tell your kids anything, and there's somebody else there either videoing it or calling and doing it. It's like that's why the kids nowadays, I think, are running crazy.
Yeah.
They're just taking them.
Yeah.
Can't stand my child.
They're taking your stuff, Mrs. Espitia?
My daughter, I would have my oldest doesn't wear makeup. My little one, oh my God.
She can't, you can't find your makeup stuff that's in her room.
No, seriously, and I asked her where it's at. I don't have none.
I don't have it.
I'm a follower of Let's Do Makeup, and every collab that she's had, I've bought, but I don't use it. I collect it.
Oh.
Little by little, I'm going to look at them, and Miss Ma'am has taken pieces, has used them. I'm like, I can rebuy.
That's
So
cool.
mad.
That's
I just
cool.
was trying it.
Yeah, whatever.
You finished it.
But she has her own collection of all the stuff that she wants.
Oh.
I buy her own stuff. She has her own stuff.
She just wants to use yours.
Yours is over here. Like,
Yeah.
mine's all organized, so she knows where everything's at. I'm like,
Yeah.
organize your stuff.
Yeah, she knows where it's at. It's readily there.
But she's got more stuff than me, probably.
Shoot.
But yeah. But yes, the prison is a crazy thing. Just, I don't know. If that intrigues you, oh man, take your dive. It's so interesting. It's so crazy.
Yeah, but I do appreciate you putting yourself out there like that, Mrs. Espitia.
Thank you guys for giving me the space and feeling not so shy to talk about it.
Yes, and let me ask you another question. Your husband's okay that you talk about it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. Okay.
It's my story. It's what I went through.
Yeah. It's your
There's
story.
things that he could probably tell you guys, like he shared stuff with me that's like, damn,
Yeah.
learning about what he went through inside there, but
Yeah.
that's his story to tell, I can only tell my
That
my
makes
journey.
sense. That makes total sense. So, does he have was he already ready to get on and tell his story like you said that other people have when they got out, or he was more private about it at first?
He still is. I want him to really, I would love to do an interview and ask him questions.
Okay.
I think he's really hesitant because, again, he grew up in the prison system where you don't talk about it,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When it's just me and him, he loves to tell, he loves to talk about it. No, I don't think he loves to talk about it, but he could get into it,
Yeah.
When I'm talking about it, he's like, no,
Yeah.
and it's because that mentality of, we don't talk about it kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's learning little by little that it's good to talk about it.
Yeah. And I think what's also going to help is whenever we read our book, I'm feeling just if it's my bird, whenever I read or I learn something or I'm sharing something, I come and I tell him, oh yeah, that's what we learned. I'm sure he's going to get bits and pieces of whatever it is that you're learning, your takeaway.
I think my husband and my kids are tired of me saying my besties.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing? I'm talking about besties.
Yeah, the
what is that
bestie
for my
moves.
besties.
Yeah.
What are you guys, why are you doing that? Well, for my besties.
Yes. That's what I was saying yesterday. Who was it? Who was saying it? I was like, we're literally best friends. We always talk about. Oh, Kira. She's like, I talk about you guys every day. I'm like, me too.
It's nice to have people to talk to.
Mm-hmm. It is.
A good friend, a good woman friend is hard to come by.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
It's hard. Indeed.
It's hard.
The dog farted.
Oh, right in your mouth. I just you had your mouth open.
You're gross.
That happens, girl. Whenever I'm over here talking to Bird and I'm standing there, I'm like, did you fart? My mouth was open and everything. Why didn't you warn me? Oh.
She's asleep over here on the ground and she's just letting it loose.
She feels comfortable. That's funny.
Rondo.
But yes, thank you for letting me share.
Yes. Yes,
Go
baby
put
girl.
it in your box.
So what's up with you, Danielle?
I'm blanching the green beans to wrap them with bacon.
Yes. So blanching means that you're dipping them in cold water, right? So they can get crisp.
Yeah, I'm doing them in hot water, hot salty water,
Mhm.
and then you give them a cold bath.
We don't want to go to Danielle's house and eat because
I
sounds
know.
yummy.
I know. Danielle spends most of her time in the kitchen, either that or her Hello Kitty corner, huh?
Yeah, my Hello Kitty corner is getting bigger.
Let's see. I want to see it, girl.
It's getting a little bigger. Let's see.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Let me go get a spoon.
Okay. Her husband, Mrs. Espitia, has been home for, I believe,
Where's
3
my
years.
Stuffing.
Oh, looks good.
Any saw the potatoes, sweet potato.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Let's check out your Hello Kitty corner. Hello Kitty corner, here we go.
that's it.
Elena. Oh, it's so cute. I love it.
I'm gonna stick her in the Christmas tree, and then she'll get packed away.
I love it. Can I see it up close, your Hello Kitties, or no?
So I have one from Michigan when I went.
It's so cute, her little Michigan shirt.
Uh-huh. And that one, the glass one in the back's a little piggy bank.
Uh-huh.
Don't mind my dust. See,
It's okay.
you said you had.
Yeah, I have dust. Okay, you have dust too. It's all good. We're dust twins.
Here, if I go down like this, you guys won't see it. Hey, that one has chocolates in it.
Hey, I have that, but I ate the chocolates.
I know you do.
Yeah, look, we're twinsies. So cool.
Yeah. And then there's the little Christmas one.
Oh, so cute. Look, I got one yesterday. Let me see, where is she? Over here. She's a little one. It's a little gingerbread.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah, little gingerbread.
Oh.
Yeah. It's an addiction.
Yeah, it's getting there. You know, like I went to Ross and I got a little jacket there. And I bought 4 mugs that they had. There was the only ones they had.
4 mugs? Hello Kitty mugs?
4 mugs. I was like, you know, I'm not going to spend $15 a piece on them. So see, this one has a little lid to it.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's like a little pressure cooker one, I guess.
Yeah.
And then this one's my little Miss Melody.
Uh-huh. So cute.
And she's just a Christmas cute one.
I love it.
And this one's an apple.
Oh, I love that one too. They're all really nice. Your collection's getting bigger, Danielle.
And then I'm drinking out of.
How does Mr. Stewart feel about your Miss Hello Kitties everywhere now?
It's okay. I mean, he doesn't say anything about it. I mean, he calls me kitty cat, so.
So it's fitting. It's fitting.
It's fitting, yeah.
That's what's up.
His little kitty cat, his scrappy cat.
The scrappy, because Danielle's scrappy. She can get scrappy, girl. Just like when we were talking yesterday about Diana Granger. She's on right now, too, Diana Granger. She had to get scrappy for a second because somebody was going to attack, her son coming at her. She's like, oh, heck no. I'm going to have to whip some ass here in a second. Yeah, girl.
Yeah, I got the scrappy name from when he picked me up for junior management class, and then kind of went from there, and then he just started calling me Scrappy, and it's like, okay, well,
Scrappy
that's
D.
fine. He'll be yelling it through the store whenever we're anywhere.
So you're Scrappy? Like, okay, Scrappy D, let's go.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
so
all right, well,
I can't imagine you upset, Danielle. Like, I know you said you went to anger management or whatever. I cannot imagine you getting, like, pissed, like, upset, like, raging.
yeah, I do. I did. I try to control it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a difficult thing for me, because I was one that I like to throw things. I like to break things.
Same.
And I've never really damaged too much of my stuff doing that. I like to throw dishes. But I don't go... I don't do it anymore. How I got to the anger management part was I was in a bar and I drank too much. And I was in a biker bar and...
the biker bars. Okay. That's a totally different...
VA, or what the VA bars or the
veterans.
Ones that people in Army and stuff can go to and drink at. And I was, partying for the night for my birthday, and I went across the bar area and got a little testy with one of the ladies, and my friend had to hold me back and this and that. They kicked us out, and of course she pressed charges as assault charges, and so I had to go to court. And actually my lawyer he's like, you know what, this one is one for the books, because I have never defended somebody that has looks like you, which, I was all dressed up and stuff, but what I did, I won't tell you guys what I did because there's other people listening, but I'll say it in private. But he's like, this one I got to put in the books. I've never defended anybody that's actually done this before. So,
wow.
But,
so it was a first timer for the lawyer.
It was a first timer for the attorney guy. So that's something that'll be talked about when we're just all private, us, if you want to know. But so anyways, yeah, I used to be a very angry person. I am trying to control it now. Anger management helped me out a lot. It taught me how that every situation has a consequence. That is always on my mind, and which is true, because every decision that you make, there's a consequence to it, regardless if it's good or bad.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't an angry drunk. I was just, I was actually kind of funny when I drink. But so, anyways, that was it. If that was the story on You Don't See Me as Being an Angry Person, Stuart helps out a lot with that and medication.
Yeah. No, you seem very calm and chill, super calm, super chill. You don't take things too heavy and too dwelling on it forever. You seem very much calm, like a cucumber.
I try not to take it. I mean, with his family coming in and stuff, he tells me, they're only going to be here for a couple days. It's only a couple days and things can go back to normal. Just let mom do what she wants to do. And it's okay, I guess I'll just take my medicine extra heavy or something.
Yeah. Double dose. Yeah, double dose this day. So your mom can do whatever.
Yeah.
Aww. But that's cool. That's cool that you guys have that conversation amongst you're both okay, mom's coming over, okay, handle yourself, okay, prepping mentally for the arrival of family.
Well, I mean, I get along with this family. It's not like her and I feud or anything, but she just, she has her own way of doing things.
Absolutely.
And I have to,
respect it,
that, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's something I'm used to, I guess, being in control and doing everything myself, because I guess if I don't do it, it won't get done right, or, get done at all. I think that's how I feel.
Yeah.
But that's just my way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, sometimes I can just ramble on too. I can be a quiet person and then I can ramble on.
I think once you get comfortable, you ramble on, because that's how we became friends, because you were real quiet in the beginning, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was tight-lipped.
Yeah, you were tight-lipped. And now you're a little periquita, like a little parrot. Oh, so cute. Me and you parroting up.
So she can take the show.
Let me see. Hey, Macy.
Thank you for being so considerate.
She's like, pass the microphone, girl. Now Macy is on. What it do, girl?
Hey, I'm just trying to figure out this outfit. I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
I can't find the right bra.
Oh, okay. If you don't have a right bra.
And then you can't stop thinking about it once it's,
Yep.
Right.
You want to be comfortable, especially if you're going to be doing other stuff.
Friendsgiving anyways. We're all kind of just doing our thing and got on live. So see, I made it happen.
You made it happen. I know. Danielle was like, I'm going to come on live. Make way, Simone. And I said, okay. Yay.
I'm glad she did it.
Yeah, she did it.
You know how it bothered. She's like, you know how when you first start doing it, it's like,
it is.
See me, who's watching me, whatever,
Yeah.
When I'm talking to somebody, I want to hear them on the other end. And
I get it.
Through the phone, I feel like, okay, it's a one-sided conversation.
Yeah.
Right. It gets easier
but sometimes I still get anxiety while I'm sitting there.
Like
Yes.
like living?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
How come?
You'll see that one person's name pop up from high school, right? And it'll be like Melissa something, and I'm like,
Ugh.
girl.
Like what? Like get out of here.
Yeah, it's funny,
Mhm.
but whatever.
It's okay.
I'm doing my thing.
Doing my thing, girl.
Okay, so you said 4 hours. I'm gonna go with 10 o'clock.
What, Callie?
Well, 1, 2. So 2 o'clock, I should be taking it out and it's gonna rest. And then all the other stuff will go in and do its thing.
So does Mr. Stewart help you prep or no?
No.
Because you rather do it?
Yeah.
Okay. I love it.
Just ask me what time it is and then you go from there.
Okay.
I always say I want to eat at like 2, 3 o'clock, but no, it never really comes
Get
down
out.
to that.
Towel's right here.
Yeah.
You know.
Sorry.
But yesterday, usually, I mean, when
Towel's right here.
was doing Thanksgiving a couple years ago, I would spend all day on Tuesday just setting up the table, having the wine glasses and the cocktail plates and the dishes and.
Hey, this is Danielle's Super Bowl, so I let her have it.
It's her Super Bowl moment. I love it.
You know, it's a Super Bowl moment.
Aw.
You know, you gotta leave her alone and just let her do her stuff.
Okay.
Yeah?
I
So I
love
try
it.
not to plug in, don't offer my help because I know this is what she wants to do. So,
Okay.
yep.
I love it. I love how she's just on your shoulder. She's like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, he's so cute, Danielle. He just steps in front of the camera. I let her do it.
I don't put him on the spot. I tell him, you know, he knows if I go live or something. I say, hey, you know, I'm on live. And I don't try to be on live when he's on.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm this big, you know, creator or anything.
You
I'm
never
on live
know.
all the time.
You never know, Danielle. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know with the cooking.
You should do
It'll
it,
get me
girl.
back into cooking more. Yes.
You should do it. You should consider it. Like post like videos of your work, of your cooking skills.
Hey, since I've been going live, I've earned 5 cents, so I'm contributing to the household fund.
That's good. 5 whole cents, girl. Shoot. Yes, girl. That's 5 cents you didn't have. Shoot.
Yeah, I'm bringing it in.
Bring it in. Yes, I love it. I'm gonna get some tissue because my eye's watering up. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Shoot, 5 whole cents. That's what's up, girl.
Yeah. I think it went up to 7 cents.
Shoot, girl, take it. Okay. Let's see. Our friend Michelle Sherry is on. Michelle Sherry! Are you running around getting your Christmas together? I mean,
I
your...
had FOMO. I felt left out.
Oh, good, girl. I'm glad that you're here.
Yay.
I know. I feel the same way. I'm like, Kira, why aren't you on over here, girl? Like, why aren't you on over here? Yes?
I was trying to figure it out. I was confused. I'm like, how are they on there? But I got it.
You got it. Like, Elena,
Thank you.
join us. Yeah. She got it, girl. So what do you have?
At least we get to see each other and say happy Thanksgiving and get ready.
Yes.
Danielle, one of the besties on TikTok asked, she said that she's going to follow you, but to let her know the times and days you're going to go live.
Okay. I was gonna put it on Discord. I can't share stuff. I do have my account on private. Just because I really I don't mind if people join that I know and that follow me that I know is fine. I guess.
I think
what I'm
Danielle is
trying
more
to do.
private. I think you're more private, huh, Danielle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there isn't a lot of people that come on. I could put it on Discord. I get a lot of things for people joining me live and a lot of people from like India and stuff. But, you know, I'm like, Stuart, get in the picture. Let him know I'm married.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll get there.
But if you do go live, you know, Danielle, that you have all of us to support you and be there for you and show up for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys do too.
Yeah.
Yes. I know. I don't, like I said, there's not a whole lot of people that join on, but having it small and intimate is fine for me to get used to.
Yeah.
Other.
Yeah.
Danny, Elena said, I've always said I would never go back to El Paso because of my bad experience, but would love to meet you.
Ah, I know. She lives like right there, girl. She lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So we have to get together. That's why the other day I was saying, like, I'm going to visit you. I'm going to go. And she's like, oh, no. She's all cleaning up her apartment. She's so cute. I love her. Elena, jump on over here, girl. You guys are in El Paso? Yes, I live in El Paso. I'm from El Paso, Texas.
Yeah, Elena needs to come on.
Yeah, but I was asking earlier, what Sherry Michelle's up to. What are you doing, girl? Because I know that you're busy working and cooking.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get all the food done early. Because I never really did my own Thanksgiving. I usually go to someone's house. So I'm like, oh, I got to cook the stuff now. So I'm just trying to get early.
What time are you planning on having your dinner or your Thanksgiving?
What time?
Yeah, like your time.
Honestly, I really don't know. So I have to, I'm like making all the sides, right? Like the mac and cheese, the mashed potatoes, the green beans. Like I'm doing all that stuff, but I have to go drive into the city to my dad's house so I can pick up the turkey from him because I can't make the turkey at my house.
Yeah.
So I have to go over there, pick up the turkey, you know, make him happy, stay there for like an hour, and then come back, bring the turkey. I'm trying to get all the food done before, so when I get back, we'll have dinner. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't know the set time, but usually, you know, we try to have dinner around like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, you're going with the flow today.
Yeah, pretty much.
I honestly love that because sometimes, like, you know, families are like, oh, we're going to have it at 3 or we're going to have it at 2 or we're going to, which is fine, you know what I mean? But being able to just say, like, oh, we'll have it when we have it because I have no clue. That's okay, too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just making all the food, and when it's done, we'll eat.
Yay! I love you. I love all you guys.
We love you too.
Yeah, and so I'm sorry if I ever get on your nerves. Like sometimes I feel like I get on people's nerves. I'm like, I'm probably getting on their nerves.
Don't.
Okay. I wonder, Diana Granger, are you on 2 devices? Because I see you here and then I see you there, girl.
Yeah, I'm on both.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, she's answering over here. She's keeping it, and she's holding it down in the chat over here. I love it.
Yeah, so I know Luna Girl said, Mrs. Spithia, I love your story. Someone else comment, have you been in Las Cruces, New Mexico?
Me?
What side of El Paso do you live?
I live in the west side. I'm a west sider, girl. Let me see. The next step.
Have you been, I gotta ask, isn't that where they have like all the Selena stuff?
What do you mean? Like
what where it is? Like the Selena Museum or like the Selena statue thingy?
That's in Corpus Christi.
Oh, Corpus Christi.
Oh, I was like,
okay,
oh.
that's where. Thank you. I was like, was that El Paso? Is she like in Selena Town?
Oh, I was like, yeah, no, that's Corpus Christi. Yeah, you're right.
That's
Corpus
so cool.
Christi. I know.
I salsa.
Selena.
I don't get the joke.
Salinas forever.
Someone said, woo woo, west side, laugh aloud. Another west side. Let me find out you're my neighbor, please.
I know.
I'm in the west side. Do you like Chico's Tacos?
Yes. Chico's Tacos is the place to be, girl.
put one in.
For sure. El Paso was known for the Chico's Tacos restaurant that was established like in the 50s, like 1950 something. And honestly, all it is like fried little rolled taquitos like with ground beef inside. And they have like this tomato juice with the tacos like soaked in it. And then the mixed cheese or like the cheddar cheese on top. It's a dish. It's like a famous, non-expensive dish. And Chico's Tacos is only on the east side and in the northeast and in central. They don't have one in the west side. And for the longest time, I think even still now, the original one only takes cash. And they have a little ATM. They have a little like boom box for you to pay, like put money in and pick and it's like those, like one of those, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but it's like a music player that you click a button, like the up and down arrow, and then it's like the sheets of CD covers. Like, what CD do you want? Have you guys ever seen that?
Yeah, I have.
El Paso. I love my city.
Jackie's asking, how's it like in El Paso? Cali is too expensive and boring.
Well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people that live in El Paso, they say, El Paso's boring. There's nothing to do. El Paso this, El Paso that. It's just like your appreciation for the city that you live. Like me, I love El Paso because not only is it rich history, there's a lot of rich history here. Also, the different cultures. Like, we're literally in the border town. We're literally next to Las Cruces. We're here in Texas, so we get 3 cultures in one. I love that everyone, from my perspective, is just very, like, cariñosos, I feel like. I don't know how to explain it, but I love the architecture that's in downtown. All, like, the old buildings, from Trost, Henry Trost. Architecture company, the Paso del Norte Hotel. Like, I love it all. I love my city. Yeah, so I like it. And for me, I don't know what boring is for other people, but I like it.
Stuart was asking me if I had your personal address, and I said, no. I said, I just have a P.O. box.
Yes.
Okay, and so I said, well, it doesn't matter because I'll just go to the post office and I'll sit there and wait for you. And see, when you come and check your mail, I might camp out a little bit, but...
Girl, honestly, my P.O. box is 7 or like 5 or like 5 minutes away from where I live. And I only have my P.O. box again for safety precautions and reasons. Yeah. The P.O. box. Oh, you're going to ship yourself, Danielle? You're going to come over here?
Myself. Yeah. No, I'm going to drive 6 hours.
She's like, no, literally, realistically, I'm going to drive. Yeah.
I'm going to get out and scare you. No, I'm kidding.
I think that'd be really fun. I feel like, honestly, if I ever have, like, my Bestie Boo crew, like, I would want to go to church together. Like, that's the first thing. Like, let's go to Mass. So you can experience at least like what my church is like and stuff, and maybe you'll see me in the front singing in the choir and just us having a good time, and then we can go out to have like brunch. Like, let's have brunch. Like, okay, have brunch, and then after we can go like thrifting at Savers. Like, let's go to Savers and go thrifting. Like, okay, there's a cap, everyone. Like, don't spend more than $50. Like, okay, let's go. We kind of like do our own thing and then come back and like showcase all the things that we got. Like, look at this and look at that, look at this and look at that, So I think that'd be fun.
We're going to find an Airbnb in El Paso, Texas that has like 5-6 bedrooms. And just do it.
I know.
I'm so down.
I know. That'd be so fun. Yes. Like, everyone bring your husbands so we can all like go to our...
No, leave them at home.
Leave them at home. Aww.
Then who's Birdman gonna hang out with?
That's true. He needs to start his own men's line.
Oh, my bird.
Bros.
Bestie Bros.
Bestie Bros.
Oh.
He's got so much good knowledge and like he's been through stuff so that he can relate. Some people that have that knowledge don't have the experience. He's got both.
I feel like for my birdie, he would... Like, for me, I'm more jokey. I'm more silly. I laugh more. I'm making jokes all the time. And he's always very much pretty serious. So I think...
but have you seen him with his men friends?
No.
See, they're probably a whole different breed when they're all the men together just chit-chatting and...
Yeah, I guess. Like, I noticed that my birdie, he does change. Like, he cusses more when he's with guys. I'm like, why are you cussing like that? He's like, oh, because that's how guys talk. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, you know?
Yeah, because, like, my husband, he doesn't like to argue. He doesn't like confrontation. But when he's with the guys, he's the first one to start an argument, start a confrontation.
Yeah, like they bust each other's balls all the time. Like, can you stop?
So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. Busting each other's bees. Yeah. That'd be fun.
That'd be so cute.
My bird. I know. My bird. Aww.
We can make that a 2025 goal.
I know. It's up to my bird though, because again, he's very private as well. He's only out here because I'm out here showing myself, you know.
He reminds me a lot of my own hubby.
My
He's
bird.
very in his own. I call it crab shacks.
Crab shack.
Hey, but if you see all the men together, they're more chismosos than us.
Yeah, get the men together.
I bet. Well, you know, like my hubby, he builds mini bikes. Him and Damien are building Damien's go-kart he got for his birthday.
Uh-huh.
And so he loves being into that type of stuff. But he's very, I don't know, he doesn't really socialize like other men.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean? Like, tell me about it.
He's just to himself. Like, even when he comes home, like, we'll be in the living room trying to chill, watch movies, and then he just walks straight to the room. And I'm like, there you go, going to your crab shack. Starts laughing. Crab shack.
Aww.
He's just very shy. He's a very shy person.
I think my bird, like yesterday during the, you know, that I had disclosed that we were exchanging words back and forth, not amongst us, but it kind of got like a little heated because my birdie he's struggling. Like, I feel because he's trying this new journey. He's on this faith journey of trying to put himself out there, be nice and kind. Because, you know, of course for guys, or I don't know about guys, but he's just very like, screw you. If you're mean to me, I'm going to be mean to you. F you and all these things. So now that he's like being more respectful, like good morning, good afternoon. And there's people, I guess, at his workplace, or I don't know, you know, that are not they're not reciprocating the same energy that he's giving. They ask things of him at work, yet they don't saludar. They don't say good morning. They don't say good afternoon. They give him a bunch of attitude, but it's only when they want something that they're like, oh, can I have this or can I have that? And he's like, bitch, you know, or whatever the case is, you know? And he's like, I'm having a hard time with my faith and with trying to be kind when I'm not getting it back. He's like, if I'm giving that energy, I want it back. And I told him, you're not always going to get it back. And the world is not a nice place. Like, come on now, we know that. He's like, but why do I have to try? Why do I have to try to be a good person when people aren't trying? So he's struggling. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you put the effort in towards it and then I mean, it's not like you expect it back, but it's just the form of courtesy.
Yeah, courtesy.
Just, I mean, how hard is it to say, hey, how you doing? Or even hi, just hi.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think he's just kind of like we exchange words and I'm like, not everyone's going to be nice to you, understand? He's like, well, then I don't want to be nice. I'm like, but you know faith. You know that you're trying, so you have to try. He's like, why do I have to try? He's like, it's not fair. And then that's when I told him, I'm like, babe, I have my Bible study in 5 minutes. I can't keep going heated on like this. Like, I have to calm down, you know? He's like, fine. So then he goes to the restroom. And I go over because I need to blow my nose to get tissue. And I see him like hovering over like the sink. And he's just like this. And I can see it like he's frustrated. Like, so, yeah, he's just like this. He's like frustrated. And then I went to go hug him. I'm like, I'm sorry you're going through this. Like, I'm sorry that you're struggling. And then he's like, how do you do it? Like, how, you started this new job and people don't like you sometimes, like automatically. He's like, why do people have to be that way? I'm like, that's just how it is, babe. Like, that's just how it is. And you can't stop being yourself because of other people, how they want to act or treat you. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so that was a discussion that we had yesterday. And he's like, well, I need to ask people because I don't know what to do. He's like, do I be an asshole because they're being an asshole to me, or do I be a kiss ass? Because he says he doesn't want to be a kiss ass. He's like, I'm not going to be a kiss ass. I'm nobody's B. I'm not going to be a pushover. And so he's struggling. So I'm like, babe, it's not a kiss ass. You just have to remain kind.
There's a lot of comments coming in on TikTok. Ignore them people and focus on the cross, not on the people. Tell him he's doing it for himself, not for them. Remember, a lot of people didn't like Jesus either.
Yeah, and I think what's happening, and I was like, and I don't know if I'm wrong, but maybe it's like an ego thing, or maybe it's like, I don't know, because when he says, like, I'm not a kiss ass, like, I'm not gonna be kissing anybody, I'm not a pushover, like, I'm, no one's gonna stomp on my feelings or spit, he used the word spit on my face, like, I'm not gonna let people spit in my face. I'm like, why are you using those analogies? I'm like, people are not kind, and it's it's not a respect thing, it's just that maybe their upbringing isn't to be respectful, they're not on the same wavelength as you. And so I don't know, like, I'm lost, like, I don't know what to tell him, besides it's not about respect, it's not about spitting in faces, it's not anything like that, it's just that people are not going to always be kind when you're putting yourself out there. So I think that's the struggle. He's putting his neck out there to be nice and sweet and stuff, and when he doesn't get it back, he's like retreating, or like, why should I keep trying,
Yeah, he's got to think about it, like, when you get emotional and start to get in your feelings about stuff that you are going through, and he stops you, like, hey, bird, like, relax.
Yeah.
He's got to remind himself that.
Yeah.
Those situations, because the machista world is ugly.
Yeah.
They don't allow themselves to just be themselves and feel and love and care for each other. It's like, oh, no, that's not bro code.
Yeah, right? Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
And I guess for us females, we're more nurturing. We're more like, oh, and we want to, like, put ourselves out there and be vulnerable with each other. For us, it's easier.
Somebody be nice and sweet, we want to.
Yeah. Or not every female, because there's some females out there who are straight mean as well. So.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, besties, I'm gonna get off because I have to be out of here in like 15 minutes.
I know. I'm sorry. We took like all your time while asking all these questions and so forth.
I didn't realize the time it was, and my daughter's like, "You're over here yelling at me." Yeah, I'm like, "You're on the phone." I'm like, "So?"
Yeah.
You're on the phone.
Yeah.
With your besties.
Talking with your besties. I know. Mrs. Espitia was doing a me. Like, you were talking with one eyebrow on for like 30 minutes, and like the other one, no eyebrow. Yeah.
No, it was because I couldn't find my spoolie.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
She stole it.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody could find it, so I went in her room and I found it.
Oh, okay.
It was right there on top of her vanity.
That's funny.
But anywho, you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. I love you girls.
You
and
too.
I will see y'all later. Can't wait to see pictures in the Discord. If anybody posts you gotta post your turkey when it's done, nice and plump.
Yes, Danielle, you have to post your turkey. You've been showcasing it here this whole time, so you have to post it.
Take a video of you pulling the cloth off and how satisfying that was.
You should.
It was very satisfying. I mean, like, pulling it off and then it looks burnt now, but it's not.
Yay.
No, I know what you're saying. That's why I want to see it.
Okay, I'll make a video.
Yay.
You make some content.
I know, right? Twist your arm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ladies. You guys have a good one.
Bye, Mrs. Espitia. Love you.
All right.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye. Love you. Oh, that's my friend, Mrs. Espitia. That's our friend. How sweet.
Our friend.
Miss Sherry Michelle, how are your nails holding up, girl?
They're still there.
Good. That's good, girl. They look really nice on you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think only maybe like one or two came off, but
You have the glue. Oops.
I was able to glue it back.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yay, I love that.
Yeah, it's been like a week. So that's good. They held up for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm used to them now. And I'm like, oh, man, I don't want to take them off.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes some getting used to. I know that when I let my hands, like, be normal, and then I go back to the nails, I feel like I can't do anything, but then I get used to it again.
Yes, exactly. Because I used to have my nails, like, pretty much this length all the time.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't got nails done in, like, oh, God. I haven't gotten them done in, like, 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my God, what is this?
You're all... Oh, my goodness, that's funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So wait, what's your favorite thing to have, Simone, for Thanksgiving? Like, what's your favorite dish?
I like it all. I think my not so favorite food is ham. We don't make yams, so I don't really eat yams. We don't make the cranberries sauce or like that cranberry in a can. I don't know why. Yeah, like I don't know why that's popular. Do you guys eat cranberry in a can?
And then when you do buy it, it just sits in the refrigerator till the next year because you forgot to open it. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, my husband loves it. I'm like, ew, no, I don't like it.
So he eats it by the slice? Like he just like slices it out? Okay.
Yeah, it's a texture thing. I don't know. There's something about that.
I know. I think it's odd.
Like he likes to eat it with, you know, like you take your fork full with like the turkey, mashed potatoes, and then the cranberries.
Oh, he eats it all like a trifecta of all the food.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I had never, I think we got it one time and it was just like a decorative piece. Like anyone wants some.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty, but I mean, we didn't eat it. How funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I like it all. Besides, like, I haven't had yams and that. Everything else, yes.
Wait till next week.
Sorry.
Me, I do all this work and stuff. I do it more for people to enjoy it. And tomorrow is always my day to enjoy it. I'll wake up, I'll have some stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, and then I'll just sit and that's it. You know, that's kind of my time to enjoy it. But I like it all.
And also like the presentation, like you're presenting the food that you worked so hard for to your family. It's always like satisfaction to see like, oh, you made that? Like, yes, I slaved over the kitchen making it. What about you, Sherry Michelle? What's your favorite dish or what's your favorite part?
I like the green beans, like the green bean casserole.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite.
The green bean casserole is a must.
It's a must,
right?
Yes.
Like, it's a must. And everybody makes fun of me for my green bean casserole. I'm like, every year you guys want me to make it.
Yeah.
You know, it's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
They make fun of you, girl. Don't be quiet.
Thing that I'll make that's actually the original thing that I haven't changed or done anything different to. That I just gotta keep it the same. I mean, you can't change it.
No. And I see people make it like so many different ways, and I'm like, what? No, the original way. It's perfect like that. It's so good.
So what's the original? What's the original way? Spill the tea.
My original way is just, you know, mixing it with the, you know, like the cheese sauce, the shredded cheese. I like to like layer it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, you need to have extra of the French fried onions.
Yes.
You gotta eat them while you're doing it.
Yeah. Eating them. Yeah.
I like to, I'll put the shredded cheese on top, right? So it melts nice.
Like
right
crisp.
on top, and then cover it with the French fried onions and then toast it so they're nice and crispy.
Yeah. That sounds good. Danielle, do you make yours the same or do you add something else?
No, there's actually a new way. That's a different way. I haven't heard it.
What do you do?
I do it the old-fashioned, just regular way. I do my frozen green beans. I'm letting them thaw. Okay. And then I do the cream of mushroom with a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Soy sauce in it. And then little pepper. And then mix all that together, throw it in the casserole, and put the fried onions on top of it. That's it. I just keep it original. Well, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know you put soy sauce in yours. That's cool.
Yeah, a little bit of soy sauce in it and some pepper.
Oh, wow. The flavor sounds like robust.
I'm making mine right now, and I seen that a bunch of people use the cream of mushroom, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I just always did the cheese, so I'm like, okay, so I tried it this year, so hopefully it comes out good.
Yeah, that's the way that we do it, the cream of mushroom too, and it comes out pretty good, girl. You'll like it.
Nice and soupy, yes.
Yeah.
Well, whenever I take out my cream of mushroom, it's like all like gelatin.
Oh yeah, it's jelly. I like eating it out of the can, so I have to wait till the last minute to open it because half the can will be gone. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Danielle is a straight up. She's
things that I do when I cook.
I know.
Yeah.
Danielle's a straight up scrappy cat. Scrappy cat. You know how the cats like they're going like to eat whatever from the can. Yeah. That's
you
funny.
Straight up G. You eat it out the can.
Yeah. She's like, I don't need to heat this up. That's funny.
Soup out of the can. Anything if it comes in a can, I love eating it out of the can. I don't know if that's because when I lived, you know, kind of by myself, didn't have much money, and you know, didn't have stuff to eat off of or anything. So I kind of just, I don't know. There's something about eating it out of the can.
Yeah.
I mean, why dirty a dish? It's already in something.
Oh, you're funny, but that's true though, and it is a way of living for sure. People just eat out of the can, or I've also seen that people like maybe it's like it's southern living. I'm not sure, but they'll get the can and they'll open it up and they'll put it over the stove or like in the pot with the can in there too. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Double.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. That's cool.
Like cereal. I don't really care too much for eating. I don't drink regular milk. I don't like it. I drink almond milk.
Same.
Or soy milk.
Same.
And if I do eat cereal, I'll eat it. Now I eat it like Sherry does. But normally I like having just a glass of almond milk and then having the dry cereal.
Separate.
I have this thing with dry cereal. I like dry cereal.
So how do you eat? You put the cereal bits in your mouth and then you take a sip of your milk?
I just eat the cereal like a snack because it's a portable snack. So, you know, and if you mix different ones together, you can come up with stuff tastes like candy, you know, like Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Mix the chocolate bites and
that sounds good.
Peanut butter ones together. Yeah, I don't know. I've always liked carrying around bags of cereal with me.
That sounds, and you're right about it being an affordable, healthy. I'm sorry, an affordable snack. You're right about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but we learned Sherry Michelle a couple of weeks ago that she eats her cereal from a cup.
Cup.
She's like, cereal tastes way better.
And I like it.
Yeah. She's like, cereal is not the same if you don't eat it in a cup. She's so cute.
It hits different.
Yeah, it hits different. It just tastes better.
Yep.
Let me see.
All right, I got my green beans all rolled up.
Yay.
And stuff. Oh, they are.
Ooh, it looks good, girl.
Can you see? I don't know. I'm kind of showing you without flipping the camera.
Yeah, no, the green beans look very vibrant, look very thick and wholesome and delicious. They're huge.
So
yeah.
Then it goes in the oven, and then that's it for the green beans. And then I'll make my casserole, my potatoes. I put in a whole brick of cream cheese and a stick of butter, and mix it together. They're the best potatoes you'll have. And they're good if you fry them up the next day.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
And they get crispy.
I'm telling you, girl, you should definitely post your cooking videos for sure. We have to come up with a name for you.
With a name.
Yeah, like Betty. No. What can it be? Like cook with.
What could it be? I've been thinking of one, but nothing like jumps out at me. It's, you know, Stuart. Of course, he comes up with funny ones, but like I can't have my name that.
What does he come up with?
Oh, I don't know. I can't tell you off of that.
Danielle, let me see. Danielle, I'm gonna think about it.
Yeah, I think you can mull this over now and think about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about it now.
It just comes to you like the Bestie Boo Mod Squad. I don't know. It just came to me.
Yeah, you made that up.
A cute name to hang out with and have a little section for us moderators to kind of chit chat on and that.
Yeah. Or like the book besties for the book club. We're gonna be book besties. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'd be fun.
So, okay. So that's done.
Oh.
One, out.
So, and then I take, and here's another little, I guess, fun fact about me. I don't think it's a fun fact. But,
Tell us.
you get plastic bags from the grocery store anyways, so I use these as like saran wrap. The one's a produce bag.
Oh, a produce bag. I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you do it?
Like, why pay for plastic wrap? They give it to you for free. You know? I mean,
Yeah. So how do you just put your food in it, or how do you do it? Or you stretch it over?
Yeah. You want to open it up, and you can use it as a stick my tray in it.
There you go.
See, I kitchen ball on a budget.
Yeah, you kitchen ball on a budget. You're so cute. I love it. She kitchen ball on a budget.
Yeah, he loves getting those bags at the grocery store. He'll be sitting there, zing. He like knows all the grocery stores that have the best ones.
Yeah, and Beverages have the best one.
Yeah.
And Winco.
Winco.
Winco's the best one because their bags are kind of oversized and they kind of stretch.
Oh.
Those are the best ones, and they never leak.
And Walmart doesn't either.
Walmart
meat ones.
Walmart, the meat ones
Yeah.
are okay, but the Winco ones are better.
The Winco ones.
I have like a plastic fetish, so when I go over there to the plastic, like the dispensary thing
Yeah.
that they have enrolled in towels,
Yeah.
I grab one and I just like
Around your
I just
hand.
keep wrapping it around my hand like this, and I'll just look around until it's like a big ball in my hand.
Not Mr. Stewart taking the whole roll. Oh yeah, there he is.
And then when we're leaving, he's like stuck in my car. So when I get out to the parking lot, I have 4 or 5 of these things.
Dang. They already know. They see him in the cameras, Mr. Stewart wrapping up all the plastic wrap. That's cool.
When he does oil changes, that's what he gets them for, mostly.
Yeah, he's smart. He's smart. He's thinking innovatively which ones work better and stocking up.
Yeah, and the bags, the Walmart bags, when we go to the bag section, I sometimes double bag or triple bag.
So you can take more bags.
Yeah, let me take more bags.
I take more bags because, you know what?
Yeah.
On the reservation, people use those to take out their little trash can things.
Yeah.
So I kind of take it for them, too.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what moms used to do? They line the garbage cans with plastic bags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyways.
Or I've also
in handy.
they do come in handy. But I've also seen
about us, I guess.
I love that. I love that you share more about you guys. Danielle, she's showing these big old wads of like plastic bags, like all wrapped up, like the produce bag. She's so cute. She has like 2 right there. But and also one of the pictures that I saw that you guys were gutting the goat or gonna do the goat is that you had plastic bags on your feet. I saw.
Yeah. Well, what happened is normally I have mud boots on. That's good, but we happened to be put on the spot. The people's house that we went to, we got there and we were just going to go over there just to say hi. Matter of fact, it was at Thanksgiving. They're like, oh yeah, you guys are going to come on over for dinner and everything and so forth. But then when we got there, they said, you guys are the ones that have to butcher the goat and then we'll cook it up and do all that. So we were dressed really nice. Well, not nice, but, nicer than normal. And you put the plastic bags on your feet to protect your shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. I'm like, oh, they have plastic bags on their feet just for all the, whatever comes out.
Yeah. If you're, you butcher, right, it won't be messy.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I want to see you in action one day, Danielle.
Well, I could video it sometime. Stuart's the one that runs around and has to grab the sheep, though. That's not the fun part.
Grabbing that sheep.
Yeah, wrestling it up. Then you gotta take and lift it, put it into the back of the truck, put it in a cage, let it sit there for a day, you know, like till the next morning. And you want to get up super early and do it because the flies, when the sun comes up, the flies come out.
Oh, so, yeah.
You have to do it super early, and when you do it, then you, they get flour and bluebird flour. And then you take and you wrap it in the sheet just to keep the flies from landing on it. You want to say something?
What? No, I was just going to say that trying to wrestle a sheet early in the morning before the sun comes up, I kind of dread that part because you're trying to wake up and you're trying to catch a sheep.
And the sheep doesn't like you, of course.
And the sheep doesn't like me, of course. They don't know me, so they'll run around.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, and like I'm trying to catch one out of a flock of 150.
Oh my gosh. I can only imagine you're rubbing your eyes, you're barely yawning, you haven't even had your morning coffee yet, and you're out there like, okay, which one am I going to get?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, she marks it, and that's the sad part, is she marks it, and it's like, okay, well, that's the one we want. Of course, the one you want is not going to be where it's easy to catch it.
Yeah.
So I have to round it up, but yeah.
It's funny when he rides it.
So it's a stinky process doing that. I mean, he has special clothes, just a special
he's like
outfit that he only wears for wrestling, but they have a lasso, and yeah, it's pretty interesting.
That's so neat. That is so cool. I love it. That's so awesome. He's so cute. He's all standing next to you, waiting for you to stop talking so that he can say a few words. That's what my birdie is. Like, you want to say something? Yeah. That's cool.
So, let's see, what else was I going to say?
Miss Sherry's working hard over there, making sure that she gets all the...
I see.
Yeah. She's putting all the onion, what is that called?
Yep. Those French, they're the fried onion.
I like extra of it.
Yeah, like the crunchiness. It tastes so good, girl, like chips. I know.
Yeah, I ate this one out the container.
I love it. You gotta have some. I like the ones that are the perfectly round.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's making the bean dip. Bean dip.
Bean dip.
Bean casserole.
Yeah.
She makes it different though.
Making that bean dip.
Bean dip.
Yeah, and Elena Padilla used to live on a farm. I used to live on a farm, and I used to milk the cows with the machines. Elena, can you come on over here?
That's so much fun. I love that. Like, imagine living on a farm. Like, I remember when I went to visit my family in Puerto Rico, they all had their own animals, their own chickens and goats, and so they got their eggs and milk. And I remember I loved being there because it's just so, I don't know, it's just natural.
Yeah.
Yes. And it tastes better. It's good for you. And it's just so freeing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want that. I want to have my own goat, my own chickens.
Yes, right? It's like a way of living that you want to get into. And that's going to be the way that we need to start living, once, everything kind of gets all crazy as far as technology goes. Go back to simpleton living. Go back to harvesting your own food, having your own animals that's going to produce, food for you to eat, for us to eat. It's good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's I go visit that every month. Once a month we go up to Perez, so I pretty much get back to the old style of living.
I love it.
Yeah, the fancy stuff we have in the city, really.
And that's really cool, Danielle.
Ooh. Dang, I'm like a city person, so I'm like, it sounds nice. I like to be around people.
Yeah.
Those are done stuffing.
Wow. Everything looks so nice.
Oh, crunchy.
Yeah, that was so fun. Also hearing Mrs. Espitia and her love story. That is so cool.
Yeah.
I love her story.
It's like I had, my company over watching me.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Well, it's, you know, it's just us in here, but that's cool.
It's
I don't
all
know.
good.
TikTok can hear us talking. Okay. Oh, you going to the right? Okay.
Mr. Stewart's leaving?
He's going to go do an airport run.
Oh, okay. Be safe,
Yeah,
Mr. Stewart.
He wasn't going to work today, but I told him, I mean, if you want to go do that, if you want to. He's like, I don't want to work on Thanksgiving. And I have some donuts. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's you know, it won't be too long. He'll be in and out, hopefully drop off and pick up, or pick up and drop off. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
give him credit. He doesn't mind driving in traffic, but I get anxiety from it. It's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Stewart, he's super patient, huh, Mr. Stewart?
Oh, he is so patient. He has to be patient to be with me.
Aww.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't be any more opposite, him and I. I mean, I'm high strung. He's like so mellow and calm. He doesn't get upset. I get upset. You know, I was the one that did all the crazy wild stuff, drank, party, did everything, drugs, the whole 9 yards, and he didn't do none of that. He went to private school. He, you know, he didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't drugs, nothing, you know. So he's good for you. He's completely opposite when it comes to that part of it.
Yeah. And he loves you. He loves you for all the life that you carry with you every day, and the everything about you he loves, I bet, because you're the opposite of what he is, you know? You bring some nuance to his life.
Well, he does too. He's definitely my rock that calms my storm when it happens. So.
That's so nice. You guys are lovebirds.
I love him so much. And I'm your storm. I just love just everything.
Yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be. You know, opposites attract, and it balances you out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So what time does everybody have to? I know, Simone, you said you wanted to.
You're breaking up. I didn't hear a word you said. Did you hear her, Sherry Michelle?
I can't hear her.
Yeah, me too. Oh, there we go. I can hear you now.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Oh, you said you were going to get off at 9.
Yeah, I was supposed to, but let's say I'm going to get off right now, like in 15 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Let me see. It's because we had a chance to actually talk, you know, not just fly over all the comments and just fly over all the discussion. Like, we had time to sit and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get my lashes from the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. It's going to get all messy.
Oh, but thank you everybody, because we still have besties over here in the TikTok. We have Lucy, we have Norma, we have Luna Lizzie girl, we have Miss Tony. We have besties over here just kicking back. We have Miss Grace. Yay!
Not listening to us, not seeing what we're doing, but listening.
Yeah, they're listening in. It's like a listening radio show. Yeah, it's like a radio show. Honestly, it's what it is. With my guest speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, let's see if you guys see the first.
But everyone's more than welcome to join in. You can join in over here if you go to the link tree. Oh, it looks good.
Well, it's brown like that, but it's not burnt.
Yeah, because you have the cloth over, right?
Yes. His little blanket.
Yeah, his little
I'm
blanket.
going to take the rest of the wine and butter, and I'm going to pour it on top, and then from there on out, I just take the juice that's inside the pan and baste it with every hour.
You're a true chef, girl. Shoot. True chef. If you guys can see how huge her turkey is, oh, it looks so good. She can feed all of us.
Right?
Yes.
We need to go to Danielle's house.
I
for
know.
dinner.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, our good friend Sean, our good friend Shawnee Sean, she said she's having 25 people over at her house. She's hosting for 25 people. Oh my! Girl, Sean. Girl.
Wow.
I know. I'm giving you patience and love for today. Girl, you got this. You can handle it. And I hope you have a good time with your family. Happy Turkey Day. Yes, but if anyone wants to join in the discussion that we're having over here, we're on the link tree, on my link tree, and we're on Coffee and Chat. It says Coffee and Chat December 7th, but that's the room, like the Zoom room that we're using right now to talk amongst us besties over here. So you're invited to join in the Zoom room if you want to come out and your voice to be featured on this morning's live. Yay, the Zoom room. I love it.
Wow. The
Yep.
Zoom room back in the days when I was going out was the all-night, stay-up-all-night room. That's what we called it.
The stay up all night room. What the heck you talking about, girl?
Oh, it was a pool table, 24-hour pool halls.
Uh-huh.
The Zoom room, we called it.
Oh.
Just because it was up all night. It was 24 hours.
Dang, girl.
And, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, doing your thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, this is your new Zoom room. You're getting high on life and on friendship, girl. Yep. We have a new bestie boo joining in, Geraldine. Hey, girl, Geraldine. Thanks for the prayer yesterday. It stayed with me since yesterday. I'm still thinking about it.
Hi guys. Good morning or good afternoon. Well,
Good
morning, night. Happy Thanksgiving. Y'all.
Happy Thanksgiving, Geraldine. What are you up to, girl?
Oh, girl, I woke up in panic mode. I'm like, oh my gosh, someone's gonna go live tonight. I had a shower. I was supposed to shower yesterday, but I didn't. I'm like, well, that's awesome.
It's okay. It could be a little stinky. No one's gonna tell you nothing.
We'll be in the same club because I didn't shower yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
I'm trying to sniff myself close at dogs.
So what's your plan for today, girl? Are you gonna cook? Are you gonna go to families, or what's your plan?
Oh, girl, I wish I was like Danielle, but I'm actually my well, I can't say sister-in-law because I'm not married, but my future sister-in-law, she invited me to her house because she's gonna host the Thanksgiving at her house. And,
Okay.
yeah, we're each gonna bring a dish. So
Yay!
this is my first time at her house. I'm really nervous.
Girl, you got this. It's gonna be fun. Just be respectful. Hi, hello, hi. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So what dish did you get, or what dish are you gonna take?
My man, he made a mini pumpkin pie muffins, but they turned out to be cookies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I just made some chocolate chip cookies because I was really craving that. I don't know why.
Yay! Geraldine, I have to tell you that I love your giggle. Your giggle, like I hear it, it reminds me of mine, so it makes me giggle. So I love it, girl.
Yeah, that's how I got it from. Like, I love someone's giggles.
Yeah. Yes, like we both do it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yay.
You look gorgeous, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, girl. I appreciate you.
Yeah, and I also love how you're like so like close to God, and
Yeah, I try. And I always am trying to involve everybody in, like, to get closer. So that's why when you prayed, that's always like, and I've told Sherry Michelle this too, like privately, like to have like a bestie boo, like, pray over us and it be different because Danielle's prayed over us, Sherry Michelle's prayed over us, Diana's prayed over us, like to have another bestie boo pray over us. It's like, oh, like it's my heartstrings are just being pulled. I love it.
Aww.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. I appreciate it so much.
No, thank you guys. Even though I need to work on my stuttering and all my likes and stuff like that.
Girl, I can't even tell that you stutter.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I can't even tell each other. Oh, look at Sherry Michelle. She's wearing a Mickey Mouse. A Mickey Mouse apron.
Oh, yeah, my dad got it for me.
It is so cute, girl. I love the red.
Like 2 Christmases ago, and I only use it on like special occasions. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's too nice.
Like, it looks like a dress.
Yeah, it does. It does look like a dress. It's so pretty. Yes, girl. I love the red, like the red around your neck, and the little tie is like very vibrant.
Right?
Yeah.
Thanks. I love it. I gotta find out where he got it from.
Yeah, it's super nice. Do you
could be twinsies. Now I put my apron on.
Oh, look! Danielle's like putting her apron on to eat because she already did all the hard work, girl.
I love aprons. I like when I travel around. I like to get an apron from different places.
Oh, cool! Now I know.
Yes, you can have like your own little apron collection. That's so cute.
Yes.
My other place, I had a wall that just had them on there, and I love traveling.
That's cool. Now I learned something else about you, that you love aprons and you like to collect them.
Yep. Yes.
So how many aprons do you have?
Magnets, but I have magnets, but a lot of those are packed away too, because having a magnet on your refrigerator to show where you've been is kind of cool, but I like the apron situation too. So.
How many aprons do you have?
Oh gosh. I traveled a lot of different places. I'll just say a lot of them.
A lot of them, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I've gone to Paula Dean's restaurant. I've gone to Emerald's restaurant.
What? Wait, no way.
Mm-hmm.
How was Emerald's? I love him.
It's the food, you don't get very much food. I think it's more hype. Paula Dean's kitchen was it's a long line around the building, and you gotta wait. The food was just like, regular Southern food, chicken, macaroni and cheese, so forth. But
yeah.
Yeah. Been to Tarbell's restaurant. If you're from Arizona, you probably know who he is, Mark Tarbell. I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to the Bahamas. I have not been to Europe yet.
Ooh, but Costa Rica and the Bahamas sound really nice.
The Bahamas was fun. I got certified as a scuba diver to go there. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fun, girl.
So I don't like to talk about it a whole lot because I don't want to,
No, that's your life experience. And that's why that's why when I sit and I talk to you, it's just so like, you say all these things, like your experiences, the things that you've seen, the things that you've gone, the places that you've gone, like the fun side, I guess, of what makes you is fun. It's interesting because you have all these things to continue telling,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got stories and all kinds of stuff, but I don't want to take the limelight away from anything. If we're discussing something, then I'll throw in a story that maybe associates with it, but for the most part, I'm not. Obviously, I'm just shy in front of the camera.
No, don't ever think that way, girl, that you're taking the limelight. We're friends, and that's how we get to know each other, by talking about ourselves, because I'm not going to know until you say.
Yeah, exactly. The answer is always no unless you ask somebody. The answer is always no unless you ask.
Yeah.
And, so Amanda's iPhone.
Amanda's iPhone. Who are you? Show yourself, girl. Is it Amanda from Bible study yesterday? Is it Amanda like Andy Carter Amanda? Who are you? Don't be shy. Step right up. Let me get my hairbrush. I can brush my hair.
Thank you.
Where is my brush?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, sorry, I'm kind of a hot mess. I'm still getting ready myself.
It's okay, girl. Let me get my hairbrush. Hold on.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Happy Thanksgiving! Girl, you're gorgeous. You're curling your hair?
Oh my god, I'm a mess.
Not at
I
all.
haven't even had makeup on yet.
It's all good, girl, but you're in your cozy robe and you're curling your hair.
Yeah, I took all morning and then I told my husband, I said, you're going to have to go watch the kids. It's my turn.
Oh, that's good, girl. Oh. So are you hosting or you're having people over?
No, I'm going to my mother-in-law's. We do that every year. She doesn't like to go out, so we got to go to her.
Oh, that's nice. And you get along with your family, his family?
Yeah, his family.
That's good. So, Amanda, I don't think I've ever met you face-to-face before.
No, I don't generally get on. I'll send you gifts and whatever. I'm like a silent watcher, but I'm Amanda Martinez. I think you've seen me.
Oh, okay. Amanda Martinez. What to do, girl?
Yeah. I'm not very far from you. I'm in Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's
So we're like
up.
2 hours away from Albuquerque.
Yeah. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here with us. Thanks for coming on, because I know sometimes it gets kind of scary or nervous. Like, what am I going to say?
Oh, I know. It is. It's crazy.
I'm glad that you're here, though.
Thank you for having this. I enjoy watching you every morning while I'm getting my makeup and getting ready for the day, too. So.
Oh, good. What a nice treat. And this is what I love, to, like, build, like, friendships, like, with the friends and with people. So I'm glad that you're here.
It's nice.
Yes.
It's nice to have some positivity out there.
Absolutely, my good friend. And Amanda, we have Danielle on. She's showcasing her kitchen right now. We have Sherry Michelle on. That she's. Oh, look, Danielle's doing some sliding in the kitchen with her. What's that movie that he slides? Dun, 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 with
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, with Tom Cruise, that he's like sliding in. I'm not sure, but
Business.
yeah, risky business. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, she's doing risky business over there. Yeah, girl. And then we have Sherry Michelle. She's over giving directives to the kids and her husband. Hey, got her husband in the kitchen. Hi. Yeah, she's giving directives for everything to make sure everything is good. And we have Mrs. Espitia. She left and she was telling us about her story about her husband. Now she's back on and in the car looking gorgeous as ever. Mrs. Espitia. So, and then
one step ahead of us here.
Yeah. And then we have Geraldine that is a new Bestie Boo as well, or she's been involved in the Bible study. She prayed over us yesterday. So thank you for being with us, Amanda. This is a really fun, safe space for us to just get our friendships going, you know? Yay.
Oh, thank you guys. I enjoy watching you, like I said. So.
Yay. So, love you.
I cut it.
You cut your hair? You did cut it. Girl, why?
I wanted to just something new.
Okay. You love it?
I do. I just haven't been able to style it. I didn't have time to style it today.
Okay, as long as you love it.
You look beautiful. It'll grow back.
Yeah.
I already got this, so it's actually YouTube.
Mrs. Espita is a gorgeous queen. All right, girls, I think I'm going to head out now. I think it's around about 10:45 here where I am, just so I can continue doing what I'm doing here at the house. But I appreciate each and every one of you for being here with me and for jumping on and spending time together, at least to give us some time to say Happy Thanksgiving for all the friends who are with us.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, happy
Fun. Now post pictures.
Okay, yes, you better, girl. Post pictures.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
Me and the turkey. Yeah. Mrs. Speethier wants me to rip the skin off, rip the Band-Aid off the turkey.
Yes, and post it with all the steam coming out and all the stuff.
All right, guys. I love y'all. What?
Do you do the wishbone? Do you guys do the wishbone?
Actually, I have 2 from the past 2 years. No, we didn't even break.
Oh no! Do you do the wishbone?
On top of the stove where they were the.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
And what about you, girl? You do the wishbone?
I I haven't done it in a while, honestly, because I don't. I usually don't make the turkey, and
Yeah.
the last couple times I asked them to save it, and they didn't save it for me.
Oh.
So I'm gonna try to get it from my dad because I want my kids to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right, ladies. Well, I love you so much. I'm gonna leave now.
I love you.
Bye. Love you so much. Be safe. Have fun. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Love y'all.
Bye. Love you. Yay. How fun. Girl, yes. All right. So that was a little bit about what we do for the coffee and chat, girl. So I'm not sure if you're involved, girl, but get involved. The next coffee and chat that we're gonna have is December 7th. It's not gonna be you guys aren't gonna be able to see this side, only over here, only on the laptop. But yeah, so thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for spending so much time with the Bestie Boo crew, with each other. Girls, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Give yourself some grace when you're with your family, girl. It's craziness, a lot of craziness, but it's on my link tree. If you go to my link tree here on the TikToks, you will find the very first link. It says Coffee and Chat with the Bestie Boo crew on, no, the second link, Coffee and Chat with the Bestie Boo crew on Discord, December 7th. Or it's on Zoom, but you'll see it there, December 7th. I love you. You guys are amazing. See you guys later. Happy Thanksgiving, girls. I love you so much. Bye.